Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love this.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer. The Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on this.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Cup. All right, hope you had a great weekend. Along with Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. The Edmonton Oilers can suddenly score. My, oh my. Back at it tomorrow against the Buffalo Sabres as they thrashed the Winnipeg Jets. They used to be the Thrashers. Remember that? Do you remember the Atlanta Thrashers?
Of course.
What do you think of that team name? It was a little chicken. It was like the state bird or something.
Yeah, I was indifferent.
They should have just had a skateboard as their logo.
Yeah. That or the chicken skateboarding.
Oh, that would have been appropriate. Yeah, double meaning.
Double meaning.
Skate, little chicken. Oilers beat the Jets Saturday. Buffalo Sabres tomorrow. 7 o'clock game at Rogers Place. We will have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6, hosted by Tom Gazzola. We will have the Oil Understood for you a little bit later on in this show. You'll hear from Kris Knoblauch. You'll hear from Connor McDavid. And you'll hear from Matt Savoy, who's a pretty nice story with 3 goals in his last 2 games. We're also going to play a couple of clips from Curtis Lazar after the game. My first opportunity to scrum Curtis after a game this year.
That's fantastic.
He scored. Thought it was a pretty good all-around effort against the Jets.
By Lazar?
By everybody.
By everybody. It was.
I mean, the Jets weren't good, but so what? Go beat them.
Why is that? Like, why do they look so bad?
They're lackadaisical.
Is it
They're in
because
a funk.
Their leader's
They're
gone?
in Funky Town.
Funky Town.
Yeah, they don't have hella. They're hella bad now.
Yeah, they're hella funky.
Well, I mean, he's their best player. I mean, you took McDavid off. If you took McDavid off the Oilers, they wouldn't be as good.
Yeah, I was surprised at the lack of skating, of effort. I know you don't like to use the word effort. I'm not saying they weren't trying.
But yeah, sometimes it sort of applies.
It just seemed like Winnipeg was not all there.
Right.
And
especially in the
engaged.
first period.
Yeah, that was incredible.
So Buffalo.
I mean, that game was over in the first period.
I was sitting next to Gager and Tom, and when it was 2-0, I said, "This game's over."
But that's interesting. Why? Because this year the Oilers have had games where they've had good first periods, but then they allow the other team to come back,
right,
and get back into the game,
right.
Why did you feel after the first 2 goals that this was different?
Just that the Oilers are playing better, and that the Jets wouldn't have enough of an answer, even if they got a couple goals, and that they wouldn't have the goaltending to hold off the Oilers' attack, and they didn't. So Oilers back at it tomorrow. We're going to have more on that throughout the course of the show. Our off-topic topic is coming up in a few minutes. It's a fun one, but we got to find out what you did yesterday.
Yeah.
Because there's more to than just you going to the game.
Well, we ventured downtown. That is, I do mean every sense of the word venture.
Okay.
I prepaid for parking in a tower downtown.
Did you use Parking Panda?
No, it was another one.
Do they still have Parking Panda?
I don't know. I just put, how do I park downtown?
Nice.
And this came up.
Okay.
So I reserved my parking. We got there early. So we took Trev, YouTube Trev from the morning show.
Good guy.
We picked him up at 3. So we were downtown at 3:20.
4 o'clock game. Okay, well, that's nothing wrong with that.
And boy, oh boy, they just kept sending us down and further down.
Were you under Edmonton Tower?
Ooh, maybe.
With the one with the Boston Pizza?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where people park.
Yeah, and we had to go deep.
Yeah, it's
Deep,
an
deep
underground lot.
A lot of reserve stalls with pylons in front of them. That was frustrating.
Really? Okay.
To have to drive by.
That would be frustrating.
So we got parked. We got situated. Took the elevator up. We saw more things. My daughters saw a lot of things. We came from Trev's. We came through Chinatown.
Right.
And then into the downtown core.
Okay.
The sights were sad and difficult for my daughter. Like they just don't see this stuff.
Like, are you talking about people who are down on the...
Yeah.
You're describing areas on which I drive almost daily.
Right.
If not multiple times daily.
Yes.
Yeah.
So not used to that. But we get there, we go to our seats, and we're there just in time for the game. We were down like right beside the Zamboni.
That's incredible.
Row 5. So we're thinking, okay, this is going to be amazing. We are actually sitting in front of the Santa's Anonymous helpers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so
That's incredible.
Had a great conversation with them. Obviously, they do such great work. So the game starts.
Yeah.
You know, there's anticipation. Everybody,
It's ready to go.
Packed house, like loud. It was great.
Yeah.
They come out and the Oil Kings score a minute 37 into the game, but it was immediately waved off because there was a penalty. They had taken a penalty. So whoever touched the puck, whistle. So immediately, woof, 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 like bears start coming down. And it's like, no,
It's
stop.
a preemptive strike. No, not even a preemptive strike.
I'm yelling across sections, don't throw it, don't do it. And there were people that just didn't know.
Right. They're just excited. They just want to throw.
wanna throw the bear.
They just want to throw.
Okay, so that's a minute 32nd in.
Right.
Or a minute 37 in. Then they take their second penalty 8 minutes into the game.
PA does.
No, Oil Kings.
Oil Kings do, sorry.
So they're shorthanded.
Oh, so they got a penalty that negated their own goal.
Yeah,
Okay.
So they're shorthanded.
Okay.
Are the Oil Kings.
Right.
Here they break out on a 2-on-0.
Right.
Shorthanded. Pass, save. Oh, like how awesome would that have been?
Yeah.
A 2-on-0 breakaway, shorthanded.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen a 2-on-0 breakaway, shorthanded.
Right.
Once again, the air's deflated out of the building.
Right.
Then they're on the power play,
Right.
and it was a tic-tac-toe pass. I forget which player it was. Shot. The goalie was so out of position, he missed the wide open net, but put it behind the goalie.
Okay.
So it flew through. Everybody's, thought it was a goal. Everybody stand. No goal. Then like 10 seconds later, ting, off the post. Teddy bears come on.
Oh, do they have to stop the game?
They were on the power play, and they had to stop it with like 18 seconds left. I was watching the reaction of some of the players. Adam Yeko, his head was in the air. Like, are you serious? But eventually they got it done. Coob, if you have that video, let's throw it up, because this was just incredible to be there. And this was the actual video I took when they scored the Teddy Bear toss goal. See my daughters taking teddy bears off the chin. They were trying to catch as many as they could.
Well, you're right down there by the Zamboni.
Yes.
Yeah, incredible. But then did you have to pass them around?
No. So
Was the net there?
The Santa's Anonymous helper said just throw it through the opening that the Zamboni comes through.
Oh, the doors got open.
Yeah. So we had great
That's
access.
awesome.
We were hucking them right through there. It was, if you haven't done that, you got to do it, especially if you have kids, at least once in your life.
Right.
Because it's just a really cool event. Cool atmosphere. Everybody's there. Everybody's giving bears, and it's a really fun atmosphere. So, Joe Iginla, who got the goal, and at first it wasn't. It was Miroslav Holinka who they said got it.
Right.
But Joe Iginla actually touched his stick on the way in.
Okay.
So
who did they announce initially?
Holinka.
Right.
And then Kevin Radomski came on and said this is the first time in teddy bear toss history that they've had a update to the score sheet, and they announced that Joe Iginla scored the goal. So they interviewed him right on the ice.
Yeah.
And my wife was there, and obviously we've talked to Kevin Radomski from the Oil Kings. He was there. He was great. He was energetic as always. She said, Jay, why are all the players out there? Like, so all the Oil Kings players are on the ice.
Yeah.
Helping load up these teddy bears.
Yeah, the visiting team sits in the dressing room.
They go sit in the
it's an
dressing
intermission.
room.
Yeah.
They load them into these waste management, like portable bins.
Yeah.
And the players will grab them and skate them over to the Zamboni. Then they take them off, bring another one on. So they did this. It must have been 15 minutes, maybe even 20. And then when it was all cleared off, they showed it. They had a camera in the back.
Yeah.
That they put on the big screen showing all of the teddy bears. And the crowd just gasped. And it was just it was amazing.
I'm glad you got to go. Good game, too. PA wound up winning in overtime, two of the best teams in the WHL. And, yeah, I've seen it from up top a couple of times. So for you to be right in the thick of it, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention one of because the teddy bear toss goal didn't come to the second period.
Right.
Because that's why it was coming right towards us.
Yes.
Which was great timing. You saw it all. And at the end of the first period, they scored a goal, the Oil Kings. But it was after the horn sounded.
0, okay.
So I bet you there was 20% of the total teddy bears that were thrown in anticipation or by mistake.
Oh, really?
I'm serious. So at the end of the first, thankfully it was the end of the first so they can clear out the teddy bears. But we'll have to have Kevin on and ask him if there was this many like close calls at prior teddy bear toss games.
Well, and we're going to have Joe Iginla on the show.
Yeah.
The teddy bear toss goal scorer, who's a great interview. We've talked to him a couple times. Well, we had him on last year. I had him on Inside Sports. He still has one of the best lines of all time. I'll tell it again. When he got drafted by the Oil Kings, I said, you got picked by the Oil Kings. Like, what do you think of the opportunity to come to Edmonton, Rogers Place? And he's like, yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm glad I didn't get drafted by one of the teams in the middle of nowhere.
Honest.
Well, hey, that's how he feels. He was glad. So Joe Iginla is coming up at about 4 o'clock. Between 5 and 6 today, well, we love doing stories like this as well. We're going to have U of A Pandas basketball coach Scott Edwards on the show. They are undefeated through the first half of the season. So Pandas usually have a good team. What is it, 10-0 in league play, but they haven't lost a game at all, even non-conference play. So we'll get into that.
They're playing very, very well.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Mark in the Park says, are the Milnes adopting YTT? We might take him under our wing for the holiday season. Just,
Well, he could use some mature guidance, which you offer.
I don't know about that.
No.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a great time. We went out for supper after.
With YTT?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
He recommended a place.
Did he pay?
Of course not. It was on
Did he pay for
the Milne
himself,
night.
or did the Milnes take YTT?
We took
That's
YTT
That's
out.
very kind of you.
Yes.
Was Coop there?
Coop the Corgi had to stay home. They didn't allow dogs at the teddy bear.
Well, because someone could have picked him up.
Somebody could have
by
thrown him on the
accident
ice.
thinking, hey, that's a nice, cute bear. And Coop would be like, no, I'm not doing this.
He'd find his way home.
Yeah,
He's got a good
he
sense
probably
of
would.
areas traveled.
You can get in touch, of course, by texting 780-218-9999. That's the good old afternoon inbox, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. $18.99 prime rib special, available 7 days a week except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. That is available for dine-in and takeout. If you'd like to email us, and we encourage you to do so because we like getting the limericks over email, you can send it to jay@edmontonsportstalk.com or reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. You can chat with us and, more importantly, with each other in the nasty chat if you're taking us in on YouTube. And if you are taking us in on YouTube, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if for some reason you haven't already. Also, if you haven't already, and by the looks of it, most of you haven't, so here's your reminder, your first reminder, click the thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
And if you've already have clicked the thumbs up, then click the share button, send the show link off to somebody else. Now, we realize that for some of you, you may not be able to have us on YouTube. So if you have us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, those are great audio streaming apps. Thanks for using those as well. And as we always say, share the love. Let other people know about Edmonton Sports Talk. What was it you saying? You ran into somebody?
El Presidente.
No, but somebody else, somebody was saying they showed somebody how to use the app this weekend. I can't remember who it was now. Remember even Hernan at his, because he had a Christmas party this weekend.
Oh, right, sure, yeah.
I think it was somebody said to Hernan, like, you're on this station? Like, how do I get that? Well, here's how you do it.
Let me show you.
Put an app on your phone and you're ready to go.
You're laughing.
It's quite easy. I use iHeartRadio quite a bit to listen to the station, actually.
Yeah, it's when I get in the car, it just automatically comes on.
Yeah, so
because I use it all the time.
Yeah, so it's quite convenient. I know some people are still intimidated by it, but it's easier to tune than a radio dial. I can tell you that because you don't have to. Well, if you got a spinner, you still have a spinner, like
or the seek function.
Yeah, like it skips over half of them.
Skips over them.
Yeah. No,
especially those with lower frequency.
We're just here ready to go.
We're ready.
We're ready to rock and roll. But give us a thumbs up. Let's see how quickly we can get to 100 today.
See how high we can soar, Reid.
Let's soar like an eagle.
Let's soar like the teddy bears.
Let's soar like a teddy bear flying into the air and then hitting the ice at full force.
Or, better yet, which I saw several of, hitting a child square in the head.
A lot of it's a good thing they're soft.
It was entertaining to watch because everybody was getting pelted with these teddy bears and bonus points because all of the Santa's Anonymous helpers left their seats. There must have been 10 rows of them behind us. So there was
they
nobody
all
there.
jumped down into the Zamboni
So I
area,
sent my girls up there. I'm like, go get the ones that are in those seats because the kids just love throwing it on
of course,
the ice.
yeah.
So they got to throw probably 20 bears each, if not more.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Okay, before we get to our off-topic topic and some Oilers discussion, we, of course, have to bring you the afternoon headlines. They are presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
Oh, boy.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Savvy Matty looking good for the locals with 3 goals in his last 2 games. The Oilers are looking more dangerous than my brother-in-law with a roll of quarters at the slot machine. Ka-ching! Young Joe Iginla made the Teddy Bears fly for the Oil Kings. Too bad the Raiders won it in overtime. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a Prince Albert in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? The Chiefs are on the ropes. The Chiefs are on the ropes, I should say. Andy Reid better find some new plays in that mustache. Hey, Travis Kelce, can't you see? Time to hang up the cleats. I'm Chet Palmer.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Yes.
that was Chet.
That was Chet.
I saw Chet's
I didn't
script
realize
ahead of time.
Chet was up on Taylor Swift.
I saw Chet's script ahead of time, and I was saying to you earlier, I said Chet has a couple things worked in there. So you got this one.
You belong to me.
Yeah. Now, did you get this one? Hey, Jason Milne, is that a Prince Albert in your pocket, or are you just happy to see
Isn't
me?
it Prince Albert? Isn't he on a bill? Or what is it?
A Prince Albert is a very specific type of body piercing. Perhaps you can look it up during the commercial.
Oh, jeez. Hang on. Hang on. Why look it up then? Coop found it.
Coop just found it.
Oh.
Yeah, is that a Prince Albert in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh.
There it
Can I
is.
tell a story?
I think you have to now.
I think I have to. I used to work out at a place, and I didn't know this is called a Prince Albert. But when you're in a locker room at a workout, a facility, you'll be around sometimes people that are fully naked. It happens. After a workout, you shower.
Right.
Whatever.
And that's second nature to you having played high-level sports. You're always showering.
Yeah, it didn't
like
bother me.
You're
Never
around
has.
naked people.
Yeah, I'll get naked right now if you want. There was a fella that had his keys for his lock on his Prince Albert.
No way.
So he jingled all the way.
Jeez.
I'm not kidding. I didn't.
Oh,
I
my
didn't-
goodness.
Well, I guess that's the safe. Where are you going to put him if you're
Yeah,
in the
no
nude?
one's going to steal them from there.
I hope not. That would be painful.
Well, yeah.
I did not know that. Like now, I'm learning a lot. So I thought Prince Albert may have referenced some sort of a coin or bill, but no, I did not know that.
Yeah. Matthew says, don't search images, everybody. Caster 1990 says, don't look it up. I don't know how that came to me, but I don't know how that came to Chet, I should say. But Chet is we've learned about Chet. He has more, we know he's knowledgeable. He has more knowledge than you would expect.
Chet?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a wealth of
And
knowledge.
he knows his Swifty stuff.
He's up to date on Taylor Swift.
Can't you see EE? Time to hang up the cleats.
Do you think it's time for him to hang up the cleats?
Oh, why not?
Well, they sure
What's
were.
he got left to play for?
They were letting Patrick Mahomes down at the end of that game.
Yeah, there were a few drops there. Texans defense is good.
Texans defense, they have not allowed more than 3 points in a fourth quarter this season. That's very good.
Spency 5 Centsy, you should text this in so we can put it up for text of the year. The town slogan of Prince Albert is, don't Google it.
I agree.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. But some people are probably confused, and that's okay. Some people might not want to look it up, and that's okay.
Why is the Prince Albert a thing?
I'm not sure. Then how does Chet know about it?
Well, that's a great point, Reid.
Maybe he was at the gym with that guy.
We'll have to get Chet in studio one day.
I think he just likes doing the updates. I don't think he wants to be a guest or
Right.
be seen as that type of personality. He's pretty cut and dried. Except when though he tells tales about his brother-in-law all the time. So I don't know what his standards are, quite frankly. All right, the off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be is what they call the William Huff advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. All right, so this was going to be the off-topic topic Friday, and then we called an audible because we had all that World Cup draw stuff to talk about. So what's something other people would be shocked to learn you haven't done?
Yes.
So what's something other people would be shocked to learn you haven't done? So this is something other people who know you or who've known you for several years might assume like, oh, Jay's probably gone skydiving. Why? You haven't? or something like that.
Well,
and we have some colleague submissions as well.
Yes. So for me, well, I'll start with Dusty. Dusty has never caught a fish. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I'd say most people have caught a fish in their life.
Well, I think being a farm boy as well, the fact that he hasn't caught a fish growing up,
Yeah, he had
But he doesn't like the
streams
taste
and
of-
rivers
doesn't
around
like the
Cranbrook.
taste of fish.
Benny has never had a drink of wine.
Never
red
even a
or
sip?
white.
Never even tried?
He's never tried it.
Because he's, what, in his early 20s? How old are you guys the same age?
Yeah, he's older than me. Yeah,
like a
same
year?
20. We're still
21,
both
22-ish?
Yeah, feeling 22 like Taylor Swift.
Oh,
What do
there's-
you got,
there's
Coop?
another one.
What do you got?
Well, I've never had a Prince Albert. No, but no. Well, we got Scott Edwards, the head coach of the Pandas basketball team, coming up. I've never been to a Golden Bears or Pandas basketball game,
Oh, wow.
which is
I don't know. Like,
Mildly
I would say-
surprising. I mean, you're still young. You're pretty
you got
busy.
lots of time. You
You're pretty
should.
busy. You got time.
I should, and
entertaining.
I've heard it's a great time. Like I've only been to a couple Stingers games,
Yeah.
before, but I've been to Golden Bears hockey games, not in a while, but yeah, that was one that came to mind really for me.
This was the genesis of this question. I was listening to I forget if it was one of ours, but for some reason Amazon was like on as a commercial.
Right.
I've never shopped on Amazon. I don't have an Amazon account. I've never received a parcel from Amazon. I've never bought anything on Amazon.
Well, that's that actually is quite surprising.
In today's day and age, I think it is. I've been on Amazon to see what the price of things should be. If you go to a store.
Oh, so you have been on the Amazon
I've been
app
on the site.
Or the site.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've also never watched an episode of Game of Thrones. I mean, wasn't that the biggest TV show in the world?
It was pretty big.
Yeah.
I would say, given your interest, though, that doesn't surprise me as much as the Amazon thing, because you're not that big into science fiction and fantasy. Like
I'm not.
but then again, you will watch. It seems like if a lot of people say, "Hey, this show is good," you might check it out. That's a good one though, especially the Amazon one.
That Amazon one, you told me that like around the studio here, and I'm just like, seriously? Like, I mean, that's the way to go. Do you shop online at other places or always in person?
Yeah, I've got stuff online. I've got stuff from NFL.com. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
just
Yeah, well,
just
all right.
NFL.com.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, another one for me, I've never had my wisdom teeth removed.
I haven't either.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I have. It sucked.
I think
Yeah.
that's like you either do or you don't. Like you don't have to. Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, my dentist said you should.
Dave from Ewell says, I've never hurled the day after drinking. I find that hard to believe.
Well, maybe he doesn't drink a lot,
Or maybe he doesn't remember.
or he's just super strong.
Maybe he's only hurled the day of drinking,
Yeah.
not the day after.
Still awake right before you go to
It's
bed.
happening. Yeah.
You got anything?
I do have something. Like I struggle with this one a little bit because really, Jay, how can we know how others perceive us?
Oh, absolutely. I'm just
But-
saying, well, it would be generally, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
But having said this, I mean, I think people know I'm not much of a thrill seeker. So, I mean, I use the skydiving. And so I don't think if I was like, well, I've never bungee jumped, people would be like, yeah, we could have guessed that, Reid. But I think given my interest in movies, and this one fits with this time of year, I have never seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh,
Christmas
that does
classic.
surprise me.
Yeah.
That actually shocks me.
Yeah. And
A movie buff like you?
And every year, I think to myself, okay, I got to watch It's a Wonderful Life, and then I never get around with it. And now with streaming, you could probably just get it on whatever service.
You could probably watch it on YouTube.
I could probably watch it during the show.
Probably could.
Or just, sorry guys, I just want to find out how it ends. So I have never seen It's a Wonderful Life. In terms of like, I guess maybe this would be surprising. I have never been to Ottawa.
Ottawa.
Yeah.
Huh.
I've never been to the Maritimes.
Okay.
So I haven't seen all of Canada. So that's kind of sad.
That's on my bucket list. I haven't either.
Have you been to Ottawa?
Nope. Furthest east I've been is Toronto.
Yeah. Well, you've been to Montreal?
Negative.
Oh, Montreal's good.
Yeah, I'd like to fly to Ottawa or Toronto and then drive up the St. Lawrence into Newfoundland.
We should do a show for Montreal.
We should do a show from Montreal. Maybe 2. We'd have to make it worth our time and budget, obviously. Ian says, this is in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox at 780-218-9999. We all love the old version of Reid, but this version will be the reason Reid gets in the Hall of Fame.
That's just a random text.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's a complimentary text.
That is a nice text. I'm not sure what the old version is.
Older place.
I think, oh, okay.
Yeah. I think EST unlocked you.
Age-wise, you're starting to see the older, the aging version.
I wouldn't say that. I think you
well, that's very kind of that person. Thank you.
Maybe you didn't have the creative expression that you're allowed to have here. Or maybe there wasn't time for it.
I think it was more time and the role.
Right.
I think I often was creative and goofy. I just think it was a different format. I mean, Name the Animal comes from the other show. Mm-hmm. Some of the voices, like Patrick Stewart, sometimes appeared on Inside Sports. You know, but the Bond villain sometimes appeared on Inside Sports, which, by the way, is the same voice for keen listeners.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Brent P says never has been in a fist fight.
Well, that's probably good, but I guess we don't know Brett.
We don't know
Brent. Sorry.
I don't know. Is it? Have you ever been in a fist fight?
I have. Yes.
Yeah, I have.
Long
too.
time ago.
I think
not as an adult.
No, that would just be
nor would I want to. So a couple of people talking about where they've traveled to. Jamming says I've never been east of Alberta as an adult. What was one earlier? This is an interesting one. Dawson Nielsen says I have never sent out mail in my life. You have to be pretty young though to have never sent out mail.
Yeah, that's strange.
We've met Dawson. I'm not sure how old he is.
He's younger.
Even to like Santa Claus?
So I guess if say you were born in 95, you're 30. So probably in the first 10 years of your life, why would you mail something? Your parents are probably doing it. And then once it gets into 2005, 2010, are you mailing Christmas cards or birthday cards or letters anymore, or are you just emailing? Like I haven't mailed I haven't mailed something in quite a while either.
Yeah, I wouldn't how would you mail it? Where would you used to be you'd have postage
there's
stamps
still
at
post
home.
office.
Yeah, you'd have to go to the post office, get a stamp and
yeah.
Yeah, mail's kind of
probably
obsolete.
in the last 3 years though I've mailed something.
Actually, if you include I mail packages for my wife's company like almost every day.
Oh, nice.
I drop them off. So yeah, I'm pretty much the mailman.
You are.
You know what?
Cliff Clavin.
I went to the post office in Ardrossan last week. We had just received a pile of snow. And I don't know, talking about mail.
Yeah.
I shoveled their walks for them.
Just for the heck of it.
Well, it's just one lady that works there.
Okay.
And I could say I got her and I used to hate this in retail too. When the store opens at 10 and somebody's there at 9:58 waiting, you can't get into your rhythm.
Right.
I was that ass that was there 2 minutes early.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm sorry to do this, but I got to keep moving on. So here you go. Can I shovel your walk for you? And she's like, oh, thank you. Because she would have had to have done it.
Right.
But because I was that ass that,
You're such a nice guy.
Well, some people say I'm an ass. I just did.
780-218-9999 is how you text us. The afternoon inbox for River Cree Resort and Casino. Have some fun with the off-topic topic. What's something other people would be shocked to learn you haven't done? Keep clicking the thumbs up on YouTube. We're almost halfway to 100, and we're only half an hour into the show. We want to get to 100 and beyond. Joe Iginla from the Oil Kings coming up at 4 o'clock. We'll have Oilers clips in the next segment. These ones focusing actually on post-game Saturday. Jay hasn't heard these ones, so I want to get his reaction. And Jay's play of the day is before 4 o'clock as well. Here's the Coop.
Some Oilers injury updates. Jake Wallman is, quote, going to be a while, according to head coach Kris Knoblauch. And Noah Philp and Connor Klanberg are about a week out, while Kasperi Kapanen and Jack Roslovic will be back around Christmas time. A handful of games tonight in the NHL. Buffalo at Calgary. The Lightning battling the Leafs, while Utah plays host to LA. Logan Cooley out with a lower body injury for the Mammoth. There's no timeline on his return. And NFL headlines. The Chargers have activated Marion Hampton off injured reserve. He's been out since week 5 with a fractured ankle. He's expected to play tonight against the Eagles, and you can catch that one alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Elsewhere, Daniel Jones of the Colts tore his Achilles last night on a non-contact play in the first half against the Jaguars. He's out for the remainder of the season. Out in Toronto, RJ Barrett is out at least another week for the Raptors with a right knee sprain. He hasn't played since November 23rd with 3 games in the NBA tonight. Minnesota welcomes in Phoenix with tip-off at 5 o'clock. This Sports Update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since 1993. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. We dip into the Oilers locker room next on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
NHL teams should be allowed to have different sized ice surfaces. Hire it or fire it.
Hire it. I loved it back in the day. You'd go into the Boston Garden. It's all small.
How drastic? Like, what would be the spread? Like, you're going to allow a team to have international ice over
No,
there,
but I think you should be allowed a little bit of leeway. Maybe the neutral zone's a little big.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
All right, hope you're having a great Monday. Oilers practice today. We'll have some comments from them as we move along throughout the course of the afternoon. Buffalo tomorrow at Rogers Place. Game 4 of the Oilers' 5-game homestand. They're 2-1 so far. 7 o'clock game. So we'll have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6. Marty Baron and Sean Bell scheduled to join us on this show tomorrow to talk some hockey and get you ready for that game. So that'll be pretty cool. I heard Gager and Hernan on EST Afternoons, that's 1 to 3 every day, talking about the F1 fantasy pool. Mm-hmm. So there were 30 teams, and we had 2 teams. So I was 20th and 29th I think I checked my team 3 or 4 times during the season. I wasn't a good owner.
I was a terrible owner.
So you were. Where are they now? Oh, there they are. I think you were okay. You were 19th. And where's your other one?
Look way down.
22nd.
Okay.
So you would beat me because mine added together are 49. Yours are 43.
Not bad.
So you'd be better than me.
Not bad for never checking it.
Yeah, for never checking it.
Well, I did. That's not true. There was a listener that would send me updates for the lineup, and I would put those in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, I didn't have anybody helping me at all.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, it's fun.
The off-topic topic for William Huff. What's something other people would be shocked to learn you haven't done? Alicia Hemming, similar to the mail, I've never written a check before.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. They used to teach you how to write a check in a class called COM.
Oh, yeah.
Career and Life Management.
Yeah, we had that. We had COM too in high school. I learned how to write on an envelope so I could mail, and then also learned how to write a check.
Yeah,
in that same
life
class.
skills. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I use those very often anymore.
VR Montenegro, shocked to learn you haven't done. He says, I don't even like sports.
Well, that's not.
That is shocking.
Actually, that would be shocking that he's never watched a sporting event.
Tube Sock says, I've never seen a movie with Denzel Washington in it.
That can't be
I think
true.
that's impossible.
How do you miss that?
I don't know how you do that.
Unless you never watch a movie ever. Then
Like
you wouldn't have seen
Denzel's
a movie. He's in
in
quite a bit of stuff. Isn't he the Equalizer? Hasn't he made a bunch of Equalizer movies? Is that the one?
Well, I mean, you telling me his sons played football. You telling me you've never seen Remember the Titans? Colin the Amishman says, thanks for the Christmas tree, by the way, Colin the Amishman.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You
Jay set it up.
You and I said it
Well,
up.
you did most of the work, but yes.
He says, you may not believe it, but I've never participated in a barn raising.
Oh, that's, what about butter churning?
Kent in Red Deer, I'm with Jay on Amazon. Never have, probably never will. Well, guess time will tell.
This is great. Mark in the Park has never seen Pulp Fiction. Oh, that's a good one.
Waddy in Cloverdale, I think many people would be shocked to know that I haven't gotten a Prince Albert piercing. That is shocking.
It's a new thing on the show. You know, do you have the Who one? Well, you know what it sounds like when you get a Prince Albert piercing, eh?
Wait, which one?
The yelling, the one we usually use for puns.
Oh, I
won't get fooled again one.
Oh, that
yeah. That's what it sounds like when you get a Prince Albert piercing.
That went right over my head because I was waiting for the punchline.
Yeah,
but the sound effect. What? Okay, let's do that again.
You know what it sounds like when a guy gets a Prince Albert piercing. Without the musical in the music in the background.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh my goodness! All right, Oilers won on. Oh, sorry. Did you have any more? I shouldn't cut you off.
Well, did you? Jasmine says I've never been to L.A.
That's not accurate. She has.
Why?
Wasn't she just there?
I don't know.
That's
not shocking to say you've never been to.
Yeah, well, I find that shocking because we know that she's fairly well traveled. I mean, you and I never leave the capital region. Like, what's our biggest trip?
I've never been to Okotoks.
That you and I went to Devon. we went to Devon.
That was a big
we went
outing.
to Devon for work.
Yeah.
We were both like, oh my God.
We had to pack our emergency car kits.
What are we going to do? Especially me. Like, at least you drive on the Henday and stuff. Like, for me to go outside the
we had to pack lunches just for the drive.
For me, even to go out north of the Yellowhead or south of the White Mud, I'm like, I don't know, Jay. I better take a flare gun.
Yeah. Help me. Reid, you're just by the airport.
You're just at a
Stop shooting the flare gun.
You're just at a red light by Costco.
You're going to get arrested.
Once it turns green, I'm stuck. No, once the light turns green, you'll be able to go. It's fine. Which direction am I going?
Norman at Combine says, I've never been divorced.
Jeez, people! I like how people are taking this a variety of different directions. Keep giving us the thumbs up if you're on YouTube. We are over 50, and we want to get over 100, so we're halfway there. So let's keep going. Oilers won Saturday. Curtis Lazar scored a goal, 2 now this season. I asked Lazar about the offense breaking out after getting shut out by Minnesota.
It's important. I mean, roller coaster of a season so far, but I think we know what we have in this locker room. We talked about that Minnesota game. You play well, and sometimes it doesn't fall your way, but just to stick with it and just continue to build our game, and now get the results. It's good. So, I thought for 40 minutes, we're bang on. These games are hard to kind of carry over, especially in the third. So, a few things to clean up there, but that's always a good thing. Vibes are high. It's an important homestand for us. We understand that. Just gotta get ready for the next one now.
Vibes are high.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
And then I asked Curtis, okay, so, you come to a new team. You knew what the deal was. You might not play every night. You weren't playing every night. You are getting to play a little bit. And then you get hurt. So then you aren't even eligible to play. And now you get back into the lineup. Tell me a little bit about the season so far.
I mean, it's the NHL. You can't take a single day for granted. Especially, you said, you're going to know the lineup, whatever happens. But when you get the call, you want to be able to do a job. I know what I can offer and how I can help a team win. And I was glad to just kind of take that next step tonight. Doesn't matter, if you're limited your minutes are limited or whatnot. You still want to make the most of your opportunities. And a lot of that for me, I guess it's face-offs, defending, penalty kill. But I do have some offensive side as well. So to get some confidence, and especially the line too, you could see we're making plays, we're looking for each other, and something to build off.
Okay, I just want to and you don't have to answer the way I'm going to say here. But as I was sitting there listening to that clip, I was thinking to myself, Jason Milne is going to love how he answered that question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like how he's. I know what my job is. I'm a guy that can help this team win. I know what my role is here. Like, that's good because that is his role. He's not trying to press too much. But you let me just start with this. That was a joyful sounding interview. You were talking to a player that was happy with what he had done for this team and happy with what the team is doing. I'm not sure that you've. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but have you heard too many interviews like that this year, especially in post game?
Well, they've lost more than they've won still. If you count overtime,
but even after victories, like if you're talking to the big dogs,
right?
So that's refreshing to hear. It really is, and even the vibes are high. I mean, Curtis Lazar has been around a few teams,
right?
He's been in some locker rooms. So for a guy like that, that might be a guy that can take this role to the next level with this team in terms of leadership in the locker room.
Right.
And by hearing that, I'm all for that. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and
what do you get out of that?
Yeah, well, just that he understands, and we talk about this, and look, maybe the star players just don't talk about it, or they bear a different sense of responsibility.
Sure, that's a good
for
point.
What they're doing in the team, but Lazar saying he's in the NHL, he can't take it for granted. I mean, I'll reference the Matt Hendricks comment again from several years ago. I'm a few bad shifts from spending the rest of my career in the American Hockey League. So I just thought Curtis was very candid, very upbeat, very there were more questions than that, and he took the time to talk to the media. Now for him, it's different because I think this is the first time he's been requested post game. So Leon and Connor probably shuffle in after and see their number on the board, and maybe you're like, okay, I get it. I got 3 points, but what are they going to want to talk about today? Mm-hmm. Whereas Lazar is maybe like, okay, neat. I get to talk today. And there is another angle to this, Jay, and players have told me this over the years, and it's going to sound like the players are being selfish, but I hope people realize they don't mean it that way. But doing a thoughtful interview in which you come across as well-spoken is another way to sell yourself.
Sure.
I mean, a lot of guys.
How could you see that as selfish?
A lot of guys on fourth lines are on 1 or 2 year contracts, and usually don't get it if their next one's usually with a different team. So it's another little way maybe to be like, oh, this guy sounds intelligent. How does he play? What's he like in the room, right?
But who are you selling yourself to? Other teams? Or are you selling yourself to a fan base? Because
I think they think about other teams too, depending on where they are in their contracts. Maybe not Lazar so much in that situation.
But if Curtis Lazar is coming out making comments like that, which to our listeners are going to please their ears,
yeah.
Well, then you're appeasing your fan base.
True.
And you're making your fan base want to stick their necks out for you a little bit more and cheer for you. And when you make the hit, almost how Clattenburg came in and got that right away.
Right.
Because he was so energized. Well, Curtis Lazar may be seeking that as well because he hasn't gotten the opportunities. I mean, partially due to injury.
Yeah.
Right. But he's on the cusp. He's up, down. He could be in or out any night. So that's just a refreshing take in total.
Let me ask you this. We're meandering a little bit, but people know we do that. Do you think, too, like the guys who are hardly interviewed, they know they can't get away with being snotty in an interview? Like, let's face it.
Yeah.
Like, Leon's been better. Like, than when they lost that game 8-3, he was actually really good after the Dallas game. Sometimes after a loss, Leon sits there and pulls his hat down low and won't stand up and gives forward answers. Nurse has pulled that a couple times, and that's fine. I mean, they're grown men. They can act how they want. But if Leon or Connor or Nurse does that, the fans are probably still going to be on their side, right? Probably nobody with the team is going to be like, hey, like if Curtis or somebody like that was dickish, for lack of a better word, while answering questions, don't you think somebody would be like, what are you doing, man? Like, who are you? Like,
well, I mean, you're talking about, some of the players that are believed to be the best in the world. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. Okay, if they choose to do that, that's on them. And who's going to tell them otherwise, Reid?
Right.
That's
like, unless it reaches the point where it's uncomfortable. If they do that occasionally, it's okay. They had a bad night. They don't feel like talking.
You don't. I don't need to ask this question. I'm going to state this.
Okay.
Curtis Lazar contributed in a big manner in a big win on Saturday. Got a goal, feeling good about himself. Comes in and sees his name on the board to be interviewed. You don't think he gets a little juiced up for that and is like, okay, cool, awesome.
Yeah.
And you deserve that. And I hope he keeps getting interviewed.
And the depth guy's got to do a little bit more to get interviewed.
Sure.
Right?
But when you do speak, make it something that we can clip and put on the Reid Wilkins show for good reason.
Yeah.
Like that's a professional. A, knows his role. B, good locker room guy. I mean, he's been a leader in other roles on teams. In some in more offensive ways. Now his role's changing as he gets further and further in his hockey career. But yeah, everything that came from that, I'm on board.
Keep giving us the thumbs up on YouTube. We're past 50. Let's get to 100 as quickly as possible. If you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio as well, we appreciate it. If you have time to hop into YouTube and give us a thumbs up, that would be cool as well. Joe Iginla, speaking of great interviews, he's an Edmonton Oil King. He got the teddy bear goal yesterday. He's on at 4 o'clock. Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta when we get back.
Oilers injury updates. Jake Wallman is out longer than anticipated. Head coach Kris Knoblauch saying, quote, it's going to be a while. Plus, Noah Philp and Connor Kladberg are about a week away, while Jack Roslovic and Kasperi Kapanen will be back closer to Christmas. 5 games today in the NHL, including the Mammoth and Kings going at it. Logan Cooley out indefinitely for Utah with a lower body injury. No confirmation on when that injury occurred. Meanwhile, Canada has named its training camp roster for the World Juniors. Ethan McKenzie of the Oil Kings making that list. NFL news, the Colts will miss Daniel Jones for the remainder of the season after he went down with a torn Achilles last night against the Jaguars on a non-contact play. Monday Night Football, the Eagles and Chargers kick off. LA's Omarion Hampton being activated off injured reserve. He's expected to play after being sidelined since Week 5, fracturing his ankle against the Commanders in that one. Join Lieutenant Eric for the game at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. And in Raptors news, RJ Barrett is out at least another week with a right knee sprain. He's sat out since November 23rd with 3 games on tap tonight. It's the Spurs tipping off with the Pelicans at 6 o'clock. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Has Evan Bouchard legitimately put himself in the conversation to be on Team Canada?
The answer is no.
That's a quick no.
The answer is no. I have a reason why.
Okay, all right, give it to me. Before, I wouldn't even have asked the question. And now I'm like, you know what? He's played really well for over a month.
Overall.
Doesn't have to play in the top 6. You could just have him there.
No.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses. Because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree, December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard, and Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
All right, thanks for tuning in this afternoon. Monday night, what is it? Eagles Chargé tonight? I am not going to be able to watch Monday night tonight. Monday Night Football. I'll be doing something else. Perhaps I'll tell you what I'm doing when we get to Fired Up.
Ooh.
I'll give you a hint. It involves attending the cinema this evening.
Really?
Yes.
This is what you call a tease.
Yeah, it is. A cinema that you and I have attended together.
Ooh, you don't say.
Yeah, I wonder where it could be.
That can only be one.
That could only be one. I'm going to the Devon Cineplex. No, that's not true. How long did it take you to get to Devon? Was it closer than coming here?
No. I realized that day, because we had to submit our kilometers, right?
Yeah.
I realized that I drive 54 kilometers
to work
every day.
One way?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I believe it was. Let me see. That sounds high.
Maybe that's the round trip. I don't know.
No, it's 40. Yeah, the round trip is 45 kilometers.
Is the round trip?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's one way. So you can do 90K to get to and from work.
For me to do the kilometers, I said to HR Daddy, I'm like, well, for me to go to work is like, I don't know, 96 kilometers a day. For me to go to Devon was an extra of like 15 kilometers. So,
okay. Well, still.
It's, whatevs.
Jay and I are in the Canadian...
He still credited me for the difference.
Why wouldn't they?
I'm a nice guy.
We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sunday is back at the Canadian Brewhouse after 4 p.m. Grab an 8-inch 2-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. Yes, we are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. All right, more fun stuff.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. Make your bets count for you and everyone else with the Play Alberta app with hundreds of player prop bets on the biggest leagues. NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, you name it. You're not just playing for fun, you're supporting your province. Play Alberta revenue helps fund Alberta programs and services. Deposit $50 today with the promo code EST50 and get an EST exclusive $50 free bet to get started.
Going to the Monday Night Football game, obviously a big one. The Eagles are visiting the Chargers. I have a good friend of mine that is an Eagles guy, and he sees things pretty clearly. He says not sure how this game's going to go tonight, but he does know that the Eagles need to get it going.
Right.
And the Eagles are the Super Bowl champs, the reigning Super Bowl champs. The odds of them getting it going when they need to, which is about this time of the season, are high.
Right.
They've been there. They've done that. So I'm on the Eagles tonight, and I'm taking the tush push. A Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown.
Oh, really?
Plus the Philadelphia Eagles to win. That has been boosted to plus 140. You can find that over at playalberta.ca. Click on sports, click on ESC specials. And if you haven't yet, use your December promo codes. So that's deposit 50, use promo code EST Sports.
Right.
Get a free $50 bet. And then use YEG 50, or is it EST 50?
EST 50.
EST 50, $50 deposit gets you a $50 free bet. Head over to playalberta.ca, sports, EST specials. You'll see Jay's play of the day.
So a Hurts touchdown. And,
Eagles win.
And an Eagles win.
Simple.
Straight up.
Simple.
No line.
Simple. If you like the Eagles to win tonight, that's a good play.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Our off-topic topic for William Huff. What's something other people would be surprised to learn that you haven't done? Les says, I never watched an episode of Friends. Yeah, I guess I didn't watch. I probably saw a couple episodes along the way. I never got into it. A lot of these are about traveling, though, I guess. We've seen a lot of those, and we've seen some very humorous ones come in.
Bronco Nick, I've never been to a jail to visit.
Well, okay. That's funny.
I have never, this is Collingwood Rob. I've never attended a Stanley Cup final game. I've attended all the rounds, but not the finals.
Okay. Yeah, but see, that one you might have to know somebody. Like, do they have season tickets? How often do they go, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 3:57. I'll tell you something that our next guest has done. He's made people throw teddy bears onto the ice. Joe Iginla from the Oil Kings when we get back.
The Lock Shop. I don't want to make too much of it, but to me, that game was lost on one play and one idiotic decision by Andy Reid. The job that he's done in KC has been one of the greats in NFL history. But going for it on 4th and 1.5 or 2, I get that if you're down 10 or something. Did Andy not realize that they'd scored 10 points and it was a tie game? I could not believe it.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Oilers head coach Kris Knoblauch shared some updates on team injuries. Jake Wallman is, quote, going to be a while, plus Jack Roslovic and Kasperi Kapanen will return closer to Christmas as Noah Philp and Connor Clattenburg are about a week away. 10 teams in action tonight. The Flames and Sabres facing off. Edmonton hosting Buffalo tomorrow, while the Kings and Mammoth hit the ice. Logan Cooley to miss some time with a lower body injury for Utah. He missed Saturday's game, being a late scratch against the Flames. There's no timeline on his return. On the field, the Chargers and Eagles clash. LA activating Omarion Hampton off the injured reserve. He fractured his ankle in Week 5 against the Commanders. Join Lieutenant Eric for the game at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff at 6:15. Elsewhere, the Colts have confirmed that Daniel Jones suffered a torn Achilles yesterday against the Jaguars. He's out for the remainder of the season. NBA news, RJ Barrett of the Raptors is out at least another week with a right knee sprain. He last played November 23rd going down against the Nets. And there's a trio of games on today's slate, including Sacramento visiting Indiana. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Oilers tomorrow. Buffalo Sabres in town. Homestand wraps up Thursday against the Detroit Red Wings. How about the weekend games coming up for the Oilers? Toronto and Montreal, Saturday, Sunday. Those will be fun ones. 780-218-9999. If you'd like to text us, it's the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the kitchen restaurant, Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. Available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. All right, it's always a pleasure to talk to this guy, member of your Edmonton Oil Kings, who scored a historic goal yesterday at Rogers Place. It is Joe Iginla checking in. Joe, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. You?
We're doing very well. Nice to talk to you again. All right, so take us through the teddy bear goal, first of all. Like the play, the reaction, the cleanup, all that stuff.
Yeah, well, we had a 3-on-2 with Soch, and he dangled the guy at the blue line. I think he dropped his stick too. It was a nice play. Then I drive the net. He passes it back to Hlinka. Hlinka rips a 1-2. It just goes off my stick and in. And then the last thing I remember is seeing the Bears flying down.
Now, initially, was it credited to Hlinka before they gave it to you? Like, did you know all along it was yours?
Yeah, I knew at the start for sure. I was like, oh, I tipped that in. I sellied. I was like, I knew I scored it. Then they gave it to Miro, and I was a little worried, like, did I just selly for no reason? Did I look like an idiot? But, yeah, then they showed the replay, and it went off my stick, so it made me feel a little bit better.
Okay. Now, is there chatter leading up to a game like that? I mean, we had Landon Hansen on the show last week. Like, he had a chance to do it twice. Obviously, you wound up getting it. Like, do guys take pride in this, or like, do guys say like, "Hey, like it's going to be me this year, guys"? Like, nobody else is making the Bears fly. This is mine this year. What's it like?
I mean, normally going into games like that, it's more just like excited to play in front of like 16,000 fans and hopefully get a big win for the boys. But yeah, I mean, there's a little talk about it, right? Nothing too crazy. No one's going around saying like, "I'm scoring this for sure," but people definitely. It's exciting to score that goal, you know?
Was there a shock in the locker room that you hadn't already gotten the job done given what happened in that first period? I mean, there was a goal, but it was called back because it was a delayed penalty. Then there was a 2-on-0 shorthanded. There was a post. There was one through the crease. I mean, were you guys just banging your head in the locker room saying, how have we not got this done yet?
I mean, tried to stay more positive than that, but it was shocking. You know, we really thought we could have had like 3 goals by then, so it was crazy to not have one yet. And I think that just kind of sums up the whole game. I think if we could have scored a few more of those chances, we could have probably won that game.
Joe Iginla from the Oil Kings joining us this afternoon. Of course, he's on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. I just got one more on the Bears, and then we talk about your season and the team season, because the team's doing great. were you hit by a bear? Like, and then how much energy is it to help with all the cleanup and then get back to playing hockey?
Yeah, I mean, not this year. Last year, I got domed in the face by one. This year, I was a little luckier. Didn't get hit, but yeah, it's awesome, right? It's a big experience for sure. So it's a little hard to like dial right back in, but yeah, it's awesome for sure.
Okay. Your stats, I mean, you got 11 goals, 21 points in 30 games. Last year in 60 games, you had 9 goals and 16 points. So you've already passed your totals from last year. So obviously, you get older. How much more comfortable? Like, has the game slowed down? Is it confidence? How come you're kind of really taking off this year?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of factors, right? I mean, you get older every year, it gets easier. Older guys leave, and all of a sudden now you're not the youngest guy. But I think it's also a big aspect of just confidence and getting to come back in the league. And it's nice because you know everybody. Nothing's new anymore. You've done all the road trips. I think coming back a second year is just big overall. And I think I also this year got to play with some great players like Sachin and Hlinka, right? So those guys definitely help on the score sheet.
How do you usually score your goals? Like, how would you describe the way you get your points?
I mean, yeah, I think that Teddy Veritas goal is kind of the way I score a lot of them. Just get to the net. That's where I get them. Pretty much all of them, just probably below the hash marks, just close to the net. Not always the prettiest, but I count every one.
Well, that's a very good way to put it. Some people call those garbage goals, but I've been told by former NHLers not to call them that because every goal is beautiful. So, yeah, remember that. Oil Kings are 21-6-3. PA's 19-4-4. I believe you've each won in each other's buildings this season. How and Medicine Hat's having a great year as well. But let's start with PA. You play them in the playoffs. Like, how good are both you guys, and is there a real rivalry shaping up there?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Last year's playoffs was tough. Not at all the way you want to go out. Game 7 after having a lead in the series, it's not good, right? But yeah, we don't like PA very much. Definitely a lot of bad blood between us. Would have really liked that game, not only for the standings, right? Because they're a really good team. They're right up there too. Just personal, you want to beat them.
I love how honest you are. That's why we love having you on the show. You're not afraid to say stuff like that. But in terms of the Oil Kings season, it's 750 points percentage. What's clicking for you guys?
I mean, I just think we have a lot of great players. Our depth is crazy. We have a lot of great players who I think honestly we probably have the best depth in the league. I'm obviously a little biased, but I definitely think just a lot of really good players, and we're really tight as well,
What about the impact of Jason Smith, who oddly enough would have had a different relationship with another Iginla when he played? I'm sure it was pretty feisty, that one. But what's it like having Jason as your coach?
Yeah, Gator, that's what we call him. Yeah, he's great. I like him. He brings a lot of he kind of settles the boys down sometimes, because sometimes and when games are going bad, people get angry, they're yelling. He's like a calm presence in the room. Obviously a great leader too, because he is the head coach. But I think he really he's like a calm and guy you can count on,
All right. Now you guys you had a pretty busy schedule, obviously, because you had your long road trip already. You don't play again until Sunday the 14th against Brandon. That's another 4:00 game. I'll remind people to go to oilkings.ca to check out your schedule, your stats, and how to get tickets. So how does this week play out for you guys in terms of how the practice schedule is going to work when you have a bit of a gap here?
Yeah, I mean, this first practice back, it's gonna be a bagger for sure. Gator's probably gonna skate us pretty good. But, probably mix a skills day in there too, individual skills. And then towards the game, it'll become more systems and getting prepared for the next game.
Okay. And are you doing school or are you done now?
No, I graduated early for my draft year.
Oh, nice. Okay. So all hockey for you. You got anything else for him?
Well, it's just, in the locker room after that game, is it, and I know it's probably hard to put it into words because it was an overtime loss, but do you guys ever think about, how many lives you've changed with the Santa's Anonymous with all the teddy bears. I mean, I was there in attendance, and we had to have a discussion with my daughters that, hey, these teddy bears aren't just going somewhere; they're going into homes. Do you have time to reflect on that after, about how you and the Oil Kings have made that a reality for a lot of families in Edmonton?
Yeah, I mean, probably not as much right after the game. Obviously, not how we wanted it to go. But I was fortunate enough to get to go out to Santa's Anonymous the other day and actually see what they do, help out around there. And yeah, it's awesome, right? It's a great organization. They really help out kids and families that can't really afford a lot of gifts. So I think yeah, it's a really cool charity, and they do really good work.
Awesome. Well, Joe, congratulations on scoring the teddy bear goal. It was I know the overtime loss is probably tough for you, but I'm sure many more battles with PA ahead this season, which will be fun. We really appreciate your time. You continue to be a great interview. You're a great representative of the Oil Kings. All the best the rest of the season. I'm sure we'll talk to you again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Joe Iginla checking in from the Oil Kings on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Impressive. I mean, we've had, in the year plus we've been together, we've had some great Oil Kings guests on the show. I mean, these guys are pretty young. Yeah. 16, 17, 18. Sometimes, I know as a host, you were, maybe they're not comfortable. Maybe they haven't done a lot of these. Every Oil King we've had on, I'm like, have they been doing interviews like since they were 2? Like they're great.
No, he's fantastic. I mean, he's 17 years old. He's graduated.
Yeah.
That in itself, along with being, a primetime player on the best team in the WHL right now.
Yeah.
That says a lot. It doesn't just end when they're, take the skates off at the end of the day.
Right.
There's a lot of other things in the WHL that go into these players. But he's fantastic. He's good.
Yeah.
It was funny. I went back and looked at the goal.
Yeah.
And he does break right into the celly. Like he knows he touched it.
Yeah. I think Halinka knew too.
I think he did, but then they announced it as Halinka's goal.
Yeah.
So there must have been, some cause for a pause there because he hit the celly pretty hard. But you love to see it. It's great.
Yeah, really good interview. As you know, we've been talking about the Oil Kings. They're having a great season again, 21-6-3. So they have more points than PA. They've played 3 more games. So points is 45-42 for the Oil Kings. Points percentage, PA with a slight advantage, 778 to 750. So both teams having remarkable seasons. Medicine Hat's up there with a 717. And then in the Western Conference, Old Everett's playing 845 hockey. They're 23-3-3. So some really good teams in the WHL this season. Yeah, that was great to have Joe Iginla on the show. I'm glad you got to go to the game. I know I've seen a couple in the past. I wasn't able to go yesterday. My view's been higher up though. You were right in the thick of it, so that was pretty cool. And Joe admitted he maybe got hit with a bear. Well, I think sometimes the players are like, okay, get away from the middle of the ice while they're until it's time to clean them up.
Well, and it is interesting because there's certain areas of the ice that just get flooded with bears, right?
Right.
Because they have the nets all the way up. And it's funny, when we first got there, Trev, he's like, well, I thought I was going to throw it over top of the net. But the nets go to the ceiling.
Yeah, so you got to the people behind the net's got to pass it around, or you guys were able to use the Zamboni entrance.
We were able to go through the Zamboni entrance. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it can take a while.
Yeah, it's pretty streamlined though. And boy, our guy Kevin Radomski, he was in the middle of it. I was right beside the Zamboni, and he was down there directing the maestro from Seinfeld. He was down there doing the maestro job.
Oh, was he?
Well, because everybody was down there, and he said, "We got to get out of the way so the trucks can get on." And oh yeah.
Well, what was it? Over 15,000 bears? Like, yeah, you got to realize. Like, think of that.
That's a lot.
You got to get those backstage, and then they go right to Santa's Depot.
They got it down to a science.
Yeah,
they do. It couldn't have taken. If you think 15,000 bears, I bet you it took 20 minutes. So if it was 15 minutes, that's 1,000 bears a minute.
Yeah,
and slightly less.
That's a good way. That's a good way to think of it. Great to have Joe Iginla on the show. Again, Oil Kings next home game Sunday at 4. They're going to be taking on Brandon, and that is their last. We should remind people of this. That is their last home game before Christmas. They aren't home again until Sunday the 28th. So you want to get in an Oil Kings game. Well, in 2025, you only got a couple chances. They do have a New Year's Day game, 2:00 against Red Deer. So who knows? You got a Hockey fan in your family? Yeah, it's a nice little stocking stuffer. Maybe some Oil Kings tickets to go to a game on the 28th or on New Year's Day.
I will say this as well. Kevin has always come on and talked about the kids combos.
Yeah.
Legit.
Right.
Like, it's not, I went and paid all the kids got a combo. My wife and my mother-in-law got, like, I paid for everything for 7 people. It was under $80, Reid.
Right.
You pay for 2 beers at other times. It's about the same.
Well, you could say what team it is.
Well, for the Oilers. I mean, so they take such
What
good
is a
care.
beer at an Oilers game? Is it $19?
Well, $20 each. So you get 3 beers.
For a pint of beer.
Yes.
Is it even a full pint?
I don't know. 20 ouncer? That'd be a
pint.
A pint. But then you got a tip.
Right.
And these kids combos are $7, $8, $9.
Right.
Right? Even the beer's cheaper. Beers were $16.
Oh, really?
Not that that's, great. But I'm
You
just
weren't
saying,
giving your kids beer, is what you're saying. I'd like a kid's beer, please.
I tried. But they
Mr.
said-
Milne, I told you we can't.
Can we sub out the Pepsi for a small draft? Daddy's thirsty.
Oh, my goodness. Jay and I are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Our off-topic topic again was what's something other people would be shocked to learn you haven't done. This has been getting quite a bit of attention here, so we're going to go to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Dr. John says, I've never been to Evansburg.
Oh, wow.
Sorry,
I
Reid.
am stunned. Yeah, I am stunned.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
Scott from Wainwright. This is interesting because this might shock people. Well, first, he had this to say about Curtis Lazar. Curtis Lazar has always been upbeat and forthcoming, going back all the way to his days with the Oil Kings. It's what made him a good captain. He's a good team guy.
Yeah.
Very well put. And he says, I've never played the card game crib in my life.
Oh, interesting.
To the dismay of my family and friends.
I've played it. If I were to play it again, I'd need a refresher, though.
I could play crib right now. And
Is that
we'd be
what we were
rolling.
playing in the old place? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot how to play. You had to teach me.
I love
Though I
crib.
beat somebody. Didn't I beat a Wannock?
You beat...
Or did I beat you one game out of 2?
Trev, I think.
Maybe I beat Trev.
I was undefeated.
Oh, yeah.
Well, still am undefeated.
You still am.
Crib
You'll
is
carry
just-
that with you forever.
Yeah, if we never pick it up again. Crib's an outstanding game, especially around the holidays.
Right.
You know when you should be working, but you're off, and you're just sitting around, and you had a busy Christmas, and you're just,
Yeah. Let's break out the crib board.
Let's break out the crib board.
Play a little cribbage.
Want to play some cribbage? Maybe my middle daughter has quite an interest in crib.
Really?
So maybe I'll take that to the next
Maybe
level.
we should play crib on air someday.
I'd love to.
Would people be able to follow it?
We'd imagine if we had a overtop camera.
Overtop camera. We'd have to have a drone. Like
Matt and I played
spider
crib and
cam.
put it in the Nasty Club.
Oh, right.
We would videotape the crib.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Maybe there's something else coming to the Nasty Club.
We think there might be.
the near
780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Keep giving us the thumbs up on YouTube. We're not yet halfway through the show. We're 2/3 of the way to our goal, our minimum goal of 100 thumbs. So get in there and click ASAP.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Just remember, I know it sounds like a lot of effort to click, but really it's not that bad.
I thought Terry the Turtle was going to come out when we found out what a Prince George was.
Prince Albert.
Or Prince Albert.
What a Prince Albert was. What Prince George? Do we want to know what a Prince George is?
No. We're done with the princes.
We'll just leave it as a Prince Albert. All right. The Oil understood right away. You're going to hear from Knoblauch with an injury update, McDavid on scoring, Savoy on breaking through here. That's in the next segment.
Oilers head coach Kris Knoblauch shared some updates on injuries. Jake Wallman is, quote, going to be a while, plus Jack Roslovic and Kasperi Kapanen will return closer to Christmas as Noah Philp and Connor Clattenburg are about a week away. 10 teams in action tonight. The Flames and Sabres facing off. Edmonton hosting Buffalo tomorrow, while the Kings and Mammoth hit the ice. Logan Cooley to miss some time for Utah with a lower body injury. He was a late scratch for Saturday's game against the Flames, having no timeline on his return. In the NFL, the Chargers and Eagles kick off. LA activating Amarian Hampton off the injured reserve. He fractured his ankle in Week 5, not playing since. Join Lieutenant Eric for that one at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. And we also see the Colts confirming that Daniel Jones suffered a torn Achilles yesterday against the Jaguars. That happened in the first half of the game, and it was a non-contact injury. He's out for the remainder of this season. NBA news. Toronto's RJ Barrett will miss at least another week with a right knee sprain, going down against the Nets November 23rd. A trio of games on today's slate in the association at Sacramento visiting Indiana. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust with fair pricing, dependable service, and quality workmanship. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for 10% off. Paramount Flooring. Flooring for the life you live. The oil understood for GCL Diesel is next. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Hockey Insider Today is Darren Dreger.
You look at the segments, whether that's a 5-game stretch, a 10-game stretch, they've only played 29 games, and we've seen a little bit of everything. Of late, we're seeing a more connected group. Defensively, they look certainly more in tune than they were early in the year. The offense is clicking, and we're not trying to dig a big hole behind the arena to plant Stu Skinner.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Latest from Oilers practice right away. Quick note from the Edmonton Elks. A week ago today, we had Mark Killam in studio for an hour, head coach of the Elks. The Elks extending kicker Vincent Blanchard through 2026. So had a rookie season here with the Elks. 27 years of age. Went 78.8%. 35 out of 45 in 25 in 2025. Career long of 52 in Week 13 against Calgary. 39 out of 40 on extra points. I would say pretty good rookie season. Didn't start well, obviously, in BC, and then was pretty. So I think he had one other game that was a bit of a blip.
Yes.
But as the season went on, I think you certainly saw the potential there. So I'm not surprised that. Now, I'm not saying there shouldn't be competition for him in camp, but not surprised to see that they want to give him another year here.
Well, and this is one of those things where this organization has talked about continuity and not wanting to turn players over unless you have to make a change.
Right.
But there was more positives from Vincent Blanchard than there were negatives. Obviously, like you alluded to, a rough start. But I think he's got an active leg, Reid.
Is that what the has he got a lot of leg talent?
Leg talent.
Yeah, you got an active leg.
So how can you turn away leg talent?
I didn't ask Mark about that. He probably would have thought I was a goof.
Maybe we'll have to ask him another time. But I like that. Sure. I mean, what else are you going to do? Go back into the well and do this all over again?
Right.
Right? You've got somebody that can kick. Maybe just needs to fine-tune it a bit or focus it. I'm not sure how, but he did improve throughout the season.
Yeah, I would say that's fair. Absolutely. All right, let's bring you the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. All right, so the Oilers skating today. Don't expect any lineup changes from Saturday's win over the Winnipeg Jets. Well, quite frankly, they don't really have enough healthy players to make any lineup changes. Kris Knoblauch, head coach of the team, he was asked about Noah Philp, and then you'll hear him get into some other injured players too.
Yeah, he's getting close. Maybe at the end of the week at the earliest, but he's doing well, and that was his first contact practice, and hopefully he can still continue to trend up.
And do you have an update on Wallman and Roslovic?
Yeah, Wallman's taking a little bit longer than we anticipated. It's not going to be this week, might not be next week. It's still going to be a while. Roslovic and Kapanen both are around Christmas time. Whether if we got him in before Christmas, that'd be a bonus for us. After, that's kind of the timeline we're looking at.
Yeah, so no Wallman for a while. Roslovic, Kapanen around Christmas.
Are you
Philp
surprised?
getting closer? Well, at this point, I'm not.
I know. I mean, this is, and I don't know. I'm not in the locker room. I'm certainly not in the, the training room. But we've said it before. Okay, when they said, well, Hyman's going to miss the first 12 games. Well, I think we bumped that up to 15 minimum. Yeah. It's just, I think you have good intentions when saying these injury reports.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some gamesmanship. I don't know how that would factor in under such a long term.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Wallman one is surprising and not good. They could sure use them.
Yeah, well, the good version of Wallman.
Wallman.
We've seen the good and bad versions of, most players on the team now at this point.
This is true.
But yeah, long term, you definitely want Walmack. You want Wallman in the lineup. All right, Matt Savoy, good story here. 3 goals in his last 2 games.
Yeah, it just adds more confidence. I think, it shows that I can do it and I can produce. So just for myself, it adds a lot, and I'm just looking to build off these 2 games here.
I want to repeat a point I made after the game on Saturday on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream postgame show with Tom, and Gager was in that night. I said, so Savoy gets the goal went in off his leg, right? But he's driving the net. He's in a position where puts himself in a position where something good might happen.
Sure.
Right? So I said, from an Oilers standpoint, you love that goal because a guy's getting to the net. He's playing on the inside. They're shooting, and they get a bounce. You don't get that bounce if you're not there. I'm just and I know we have a couple Jets fans and Winnipeg sports talkers in the chat. And I'm not saying this to troll you. I'm asking honestly, from a Jets fan perspective, are you saying, how is Adam Lowry getting beat to the net by Matt Savoy? And is that just how it goes sometimes for teams? Like Savoy mentioned confidence, and we've talked about the schedule, and we're going to have a clip from McDavid touching on that. Is that just sometimes it just gets going in the wrong direction? Because what's Adam Lowry? Best third-line center in the league. Perfect checking center. Big guy, doesn't get beat, wins faceoffs, yada, yada, yada. If you're a Jets fan, are you thinking, how does Matt Savoy get into that position with Lowry checking him?
Probably.
I'm just saying, like, that's how hockey can go sometimes.
I got news for you, Jets fans. We said the same thing about Connor McDavid. We've
Right.
said the same thing about Leon Draisaitl. Adam
Bouchard,
Henrique.
how does he get out positioned all the time?
Right.
Why isn't Ekholm playing like Ekholm?
When
All these
things
guys
aren't going your way, the smallest details get magnified. Right? When they're going your way, good goal. Way to
Right.
get to the net. But
and even that the second Jets goal. If that's a close game, well, how does Skinner let it get banked in on him? What's he do? They scored from behind the net.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even talk about it. It was made a 5-1 game. I think it made it five. It went from 5-1 to 5-2 because it wasn't the Tomash or no. Seattle got one at the end of the game. Anyway, it was like a more or less meaningless goal. All of a sudden, all these little things that might be big deals don't get talked about as much publicly, right?
Yep.
So. No, the confidence thing, the mental aspect of the whole thing, I find that interesting. I think you find it interesting as well. The age-old question, what comes first, the good performance or the confidence? Do you have some good performances and you get confident, or do you carry your confidence with you and eventually you get good performances? Our buddy Drew Remenda, who's been on the show several times, one of his favorite sayings is, you don't lose your confidence, you choose to give it away. I don't know if I totally agree with that, but I understand where he's coming from. That if you're confident, if you choose to be confident, then that's something you should have, even if you're not winning.
why do you see teams go in slumps? Right? Because they're lacking both of those. They're lacking their skill play and they're lacking confidence. When you have something, whether it be a good bounce or a skillful play, well, your confidence increases. They go hand in hand, but they can also be taken away the same respect.
Right.
Right. So that's what happens. That's why you see teams get streaky. Maybe that's for this Oilers team. I mean, they've been very streaky over the past few seasons. They play incredible hockey in the month of January, and they, lose it all after they come back from the Four Nations face-off.
Right.
Right. So I think that's such a big part of pro sports. Any sports, really.
Now, Savoy's in a slightly different boat than the McDavids and Draisaitl's and Lowrys of the world, or whoever you want to talk about, because he is literally doing this for the first time.
Yep.
So it's one thing to say, I've done this before. It's different for Savoy to say, well, I've done this before in junior. Like, it's not the same. But so for him to maybe have some pillars of how he plays and now being rewarded with ice time, with good line mates, and with points. And what's cool? He's got a shorthanded goal, he's got a power play goal, and he's got an even strength goal.
Yeah, that's good.
Of the three that he scored. And he had another breakaway he didn't score on. So he's getting chances.
And he's been around the net this whole season. Right? When it came to the time where it's like, okay, Ike Howard or Matt Savoy, who's gonna go down? It wasn't even a question.
Right.
Matt Savoy would be staying with this team because you see that it's gonna come
right
for him. But I still think that 5-on-5, that second line with Draisaitl and Podkolzin, Savoy. I mean, it hasn't always been Savoy, but Draisaitl and Podkolzin. We were talking about it earlier in the bullpen. Podkolzin is playing. He's been probably one of the most consistent Oilers this year. In what your expectations are of him and what he's delivering.
Podkolzin to me is like almost technical perfection. You know what I mean? Like he's in the right place. He knows where the puck should go. He uses his body to his advantage. I mean, of course, you can always say it'd be great if he scored more. Any player could say that pretty much, I guess. But even when the team was losing, I mean, Podkolzin doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Like he's just that guy. It's like, okay, what are we going to get? If you're a coach, what are you going to get from Podkolzin? You know exactly what you're going to get from him. 98% of the time, he delivers. If he bangs in a goal or two or sets up a play, that's a bonus. But yeah, he's such just kind of like a solid. I'm going to say safe, and sometimes you use the word safe almost as an insult, but with him, I don't mean it that way.
Like game manager.
He's responsible. He's like a solid, responsible hockey player.
Which would you expect, right? I mean, that's why he's on the second line and has stayed there.
Right.
But what were the realistic expectations of Podkolzin heading into the season when we did our, you did your
I think
goal
you'd hope he could
differential?
get at least a double digits in goals, and he should.
He's on pace for that.
Yeah.
Right? He's got 5 goals, 12 points through 29 games. He's on pace to that. He could get 12 to 15 goals. If I told you at the start of the year that Vasily Podkolzin would get 15 goals, let's say 35 points.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
You'd be happy with that.
Here's the thing I'll say about Podkolzin too is this will sound weird, but I'll explain it. He plays the play. Like he's got a style and a responsibility, but he like that one timer he scored. No, that was was Decord still in net? That's a bad goal by the goalie, but still you got to shoot it on the net, right? He gets in the Draisaitl spot and he takes the one timer.
Yeah,
because he knows, hey, you know what? Leon scores from here. Maybe I can. Maybe if I shoot it quick enough, the goalie's not set, then it goes in off the goalie, and that's basically what happened. Put the puck in a situation where the goalie's got to deal with it. What has this Oilers team done too often, especially before the last couple of games? You know what? Pretty good chance to shoot here, but I don't know. I'll pass.
Confidence.
Yeah. And then even, that was Podkolzin that banked the goal. Whose head did he score off of? Bobrovsky? I think he scored in Florida, right? That's a clever play. Those are goals Connor and Leon that scored that Podkolzin says, hey, I'm in this situation. I'm going to try it.
Yeah, I think that was the one that chased him out of the net.
Right. But he's not making foolish plays where it's like, oh, I'm going to try this, and if I miss, it's a breakaway the other way. Like, yeah, he's trying difficult plays or difficult shots or shots that you might associate with other players. But if he misses those, it's okay. He tried it. He tried to put some stress on the other team.
I find with Podkolzin, too, from last year to this year especially, last year he may not have taken that shot.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Last year he might have tried making a tight pass into, in front of the net that doesn't work or goes right through the crease or how. But now confidence is obviously up because he's taking those shots.
Here's head coach Kris Knoblauch, just to get back to Matt Savoy. Here's Knoblauch on Savoy.
Looking at Matt's situation, young guy playing in the league, you probably might have some doubts about, can I do this? Can I score? I've done it everywhere else, but now that's going in, feels better about his game. And doesn't have to maybe force things and start questioning himself. Am I doing things right? What do I need to change? You just want playing this game, and I think when you contribute some offensively, whether it's assists, goals, you can just relax, and the game slows down for you.
Well, yeah, that's a common saying as well. McDavid with some observations on Savoy too.
He's getting more and more confident. You can see some of his skills starting to come in and going to the net hard. He's not the biggest guy ever, but plays a big game, hard game, highly competitive. Starting to see all that stuff. So
look, it's going to be a long journey for Savoy. He's got to go through this entire regular season. Hopefully, playoffs as well. That would be another test if and when the Oilers get there. But I was talking about this Saturday night after the game. The trade was Savoy for McLeod. In my mind, that trade was made, so the Oilers got a little younger, but I think they saw a higher ceiling with Savoy. The knock on McLeod was he skates fast, but he doesn't get to the net. He doesn't force the action. He'll carry the puck in wide, but he doesn't threaten enough and do enough with his speed. So what they're saying here is Savoy a little more willing to get to the inside. And quite frankly, I think he has better hockey sense than McLeod. I really think he does. Now, we'll see how it pays off. Savoy's still got a lot to prove, but to me, that's why that trade was made. And I think there's a higher ceiling for Savoy on a good team than there was for McLeod.
Well, hey, if he continues to play the way he's been playing recently, no question. Right? But can he sustain that?
Yeah, that's the thing. Here's McDavid on the better play of late.
Just getting a little bit of juice back. The schedule's been crazy for everyone, but our schedule there was a little bit wild, and I think guys were feeling it. But nice to be home for a little bit. Nice to get a couple of rest days in. It's practice time. It all helps.
All right, so yeah, they're kind of. They didn't really want to say it while they were going through it, but now I feel like there's a little more willingness to say, look, the schedule was crap. Or the schedule was grueling. Winnipeg comes in on Saturday. What were they? Buffalo on Monday, Montreal on Wednesday, home on Friday, which they did win against Buffalo, and then right off to Edmonton. So it is a factor. Every team is tested. Good teams are still going to win more, but things I think are balancing out a little bit more here for the Edmonton Oilers. Knoblauch also commenting on the increased offensive production over the last couple of games.
a lot more confidence. Anytime you're scoring goals, that's confidence throughout the group, but more importantly, just individuals. Once they just get a goal or get on the score sheet a little bit, it just goes a tremendous way on just feeling good about your game and the feeling that you're contributing a little bit. And, I think all that offense, starts with us moving the puck a lot better, just transitioning up the ice and just executing our passes, and I think that has a lot to do with it, but also the mentality of attacking the middle of the ice more and not playing so much on the perimeter. And that can be a pass to the slot, but it'll also be a drive to the slot or drive to the net. Sometimes it's just a perimeter shot that you're looking for a rebound, and I like that we're playing with that attack mentality and not being on the outside as much as probably we were earlier in the year.
So to me, 3 things he complimented the team on that were a weakness even 2 or 3 weeks ago. A, confidence. And he spoke about that. We have guys who appear frustrated or are gripping the sticks a little too hard. And a lot of conversations we had on Edmonton Sports Talk. Where is this team? Where is this team that we've seen in large sections of time the last couple of years? Then he talked about the simple act of passing the puck up the ice, which looked foreign to them at many times this season. Yeah. And then getting to the inside and getting to the net. Now, what comes first, the shots or the net drive? But, okay, so McDavid, his first goal against the Kraken, gets the puck in the slot, bit off to the side, but you could almost see him saying, oh, yeah, I got to shoot this. I said after the last game, I got to shoot this. Pops the top corner. Last game, Winnipeg takes a shot. It's basically a pass off the pads for Nuge for the rebound. Honestly, Jay, 3 weeks ago, he might try to feather that pass through.
Yeah.
To Nugent Hopkins driving to the net. Now, wrist shot, that might go in on its own because McDavid has a good shot. Rebound there for McDavid to bang it into the open net. So they have, now they still got to do it for several more games, but we're seeing some good things creep into their game, replacing all the bad things we'd seen for a large section of the season.
An Oilers team with Connor McDavid shooting is better. It's a better version of the team, right? But it still is interesting to say, okay, why don't you just shoot more then, Connor? Right? It seems like every year this conversation comes up for a portion of the season. But yes, it would be nice if they can continue this for this homestand. That would be a stamp on something that they've done this year where they say, okay, there's the team that we expected we'd see. And then carry that forward. I mean, traditionally, December has been a better month than October and November for them, at least in
last
recent
couple
years.
of years for sure.
So,
all right, 780-218-9999 if you'd like to text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta, gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today and get started with a $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $50 with the promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. Go to playalberta.ca or the Play Alberta app. Look for EST specials. A bunch of them there, including Jay Milne's Play of the Day, which is centered on Monday Night Football. All right, more on the Oilers. We got Pandas basketball coach Scott Edwards coming up. They're undefeated through the first half of the season, and buying or selling for Damon Bunting when we get back.
Some updates for the Oilers. Jake Walman is, quote, going to be a while, according to head coach Kris Knoblauch. Plus, Noah Philp and Connor Klanberg are about a week out, while Kasperi Kapanen and Jack Roslovic will be back around Christmas. A handful of games tonight. Buffalo at Calgary. The Lightning battling the Leafs, while Utah plays host to LA. Logan Cooley out with a lower body injury for the Mammoth. No timeline on his return. And for the Elks, kicker Vincent Blanchard has signed a one-year extension with the 27-year-old going 35 of 45 on field goals this past season. NFL headlines, the Chargers have activated Marion Hampton off the injured reserve. He's expected to go tonight against the Eagles. Catch that one alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Elsewhere, Daniel Jones of the Colts tore his Achilles last night on a non-contact play against the Jaguars. He's out for the remainder of the season. And in basketball, RJ Barrett will miss at least another week for the Raptors with a right knee sprain. He hasn't played since November 23rd, having 3 games in the NBA tonight. Minnesota welcomes in Phoenix with tip-off at 5 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment today. Buying or selling for Damon Bunting. Up next on the Reid Wilkins Show, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Bill Daly said there's no plan B. The only way they wouldn't go is if the rink's not done.
Well, I mean, does the rink being too small count as the rink not being done?
Even though it goes against the agreement of what they signed with the IIHF, their NHL's okay with it, that they'll still send players. But the rink now has to get done.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
Quinn, Ike Howard's been down in Bakersfield with you. You seem to have got a little bit of chemistry. What's it been like having him come down there and playing with another top-skilled caliber player like him?
It's great. He's obviously, I've played against him for the last 5 or 6 years, and I know his game pretty well, and I think he plays pretty similar to me. He's pretty fast, moves north a lot, not afraid to shoot the puck, so it's a good combination of the line we got.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
Has Evan Bouchard legitimately put himself in the conversation to be on Team Canada?
The answer is no.
That's a quick no.
The answer is no. I have a reason why.
Okay, all right, give it to me. Before, I wouldn't even have asked the question. And now I'm like, you know what? He's played really well for over a month.
Overall.
Doesn't have to play in the top 6. You could just have him there.
No.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Oh, are we good, Coop? All right. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. You know, eventually, Jay, in a couple weeks, the days will start getting longer again. That's actually not true. The days don't get longer. The minutes of daylight we have every day.
Can you imagine?
The days themselves do not get longer. The amount of time it takes for the Earth to rotate once remains quite consistent.
What would be the best length of a day in hours? Is 24 hours perfect?
No.
Okay.
We're used to it.
Go on.
I'd like probably 30 hours because I could probably be awake for 20 and sleep for 10.
Yeah. I think now the idea is that I think they're perfect 24 hours for the body in terms of
our
what
bodies are used to it because that's how we've evolved, Jay.
I don't know if I'd go all the way to 30. But I could see a solid. Imagine if it was 25 hours in a day.
Just one extra hour.
Yeah, one extra.
Just one extra.
How much would that change your life?
I have no idea.
How would that change clocks? Like, which way would it go? Would it go?
Well, there'd be an extra number on there.
Yeah, but if it's only the 1 hour though, like
you'd go
thinking
half.
about a digital. Yeah,
you'd go halves. You'd have to have an extra. half.
But it wouldn't necessarily be a 60-minute hour. It could be divided up differently.
Yeah, at 30 though, I think would be optimal.
Thank you.
Because you're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep, so that's a third. So 6, you'd get 10 hours of sleep a night instead of 8.
Yeah, but I want to be up for 20 because I feel like I could be up for longer, and then I always feel like I could sleep.
Well,
for
it'd
longer.
be more productive. It'd be a more productive society.
Yeah.
Well, you could be like Dusty and sleep 4 hours a day.
That's crazy.
True.
A little crazy.
It's getting deep.
This is.
Yeah.
Changing the time.
We really are.
The length of a day.
780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That's the afternoon inbox presented by River Crew Resort and Casino. Happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can also post in the nasty chat. That's the chat that's going on YouTube. We need 20 thumbs to get to 100. That's the minimum we want to get to each show. So we need 20 thumbs up.
Click. Must you click? Please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
If you've already clicked the thumbs up, then click the share button, send the show link to somebody else, encourage them to tune in over the final hour of the show. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com or jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. Have we got a limerick today? Someone's, okay, give me a limerick on the spot. I'll do a limerick on the spot. Give me a topic.
Teddy bears.
Teddy bears. All right. Teddy bears look so cute and fluffy, but they're comfortable in public, unlike Snuffy. Iginla lit the lamp. Teddy bears got damp. Flying through the air, hitting the ice, getting all guffy. Go to 4 out of 10.
Yeah. Hey,
Go to 4 out of 10.
Just getting a score in that scenario you should be proud of that. Should we do buying or selling?
Let's do buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Okay.
Now, you told me, well, I won't say what you told me.
Well, I want to talk about a little bit of the NFL weekend here.
Okay.
The Bills overcame a 10-point deficit in the final 8 minutes. 2 out of the 3 Josh Allen touchdown passes came on 4th down. He also poured in a 40-yard touchdown run. They play the 11-2 New England Patriots next weekend in Foxborough.
Right.
Buying or selling, the Buffalo Bills at 9-4 are back.
Well, where did they ever go?
That's what I was hoping you'd say that.
They've still been a good team. Like, what, these teams are supposed to be perfect?
I believe that's what a lot of people think. Now, the Buffalo, but I guess the Bills have had some losses that they probably should have won, or at least that was the perception that they should have won those games. Now, they're 9-4. New England's 11-2. Do you think the Buffalo Bills can chase down the New England Patriots?
No.
I don't think so either. I think the Patriots, it just pains me to say, though, but I think the Patriots are for real.
Yeah, they are. Well, they only have 2 losses.
Well, I know, but it's just they didn't even get to experience purgatory for that long. Like,
no, it is sad. The Patriots deserve to be bad for about 35 years.
Yes, at least.
At least.
Maybe even a century.
Yeah, that'd be fine by me.
That'd be fine. Like, they just don't get it. They just keep winning. And it's just, it is annoying. Sorry if I'm sad about it, but what are you going to do? Your Seattle Seahawks have won 3 straight, Reid.
Yes.
49ers have won 3 straight.
Yes.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Good team.
Back in the win column on Sunday.
Yep.
And are now 10-3, tied with your Seattle Seahawks. Buying or selling, the NFC West will send 3 teams to the playoffs.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know the schedules off the top of my head. I think the Seahawks will be good for at least a couple more wins, so they'll get to 11. Now, the Seahawks play the Rams and the 49ers, so it could come down to how they do against each other.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to check this.
But I think each of them still play the Cardinals.
There's three. No, the Seahawks are done with the Cardinals.
Are done?
So the NFC East, which will probably only get the division champion. Bears and Packers will likely both make it. NFC South will likely only get the division champion, which means the NFC West should get 3 teams. Yes. And quite frankly, the Rams and the Seahawks could wind up with the 2 best records in the conference. But the team that is not first in the division would be bumped down to the 5th seed in the conference.
Yeah, the only other the division I could see challenging that would be the NFC North. Because the Lions are still hanging around. No, and the Packers and Bears play again, I believe, in a couple weeks. So there's another loss. That loss yesterday dropped the Bears from the number 1 seed to the number 7 seed. Yeah.
So it's, there's a lot of teams up there around the top. But yeah, I think the Rams, Seahawks, and Niners will all make the playoffs.
Big game next week for the Rams. Lions coming into town. That's a huge NFC game.
So if the Lions lose that's pretty costly.
That's very costly. That would be like this week's version of Packers-Bears.
Right.
That had a lot at stake. Lions-Rams next week in the afternoon game. Okay, I'm going to get a little silly here, okay?
Sure.
Hear me out. What do you think of this? Okay?
Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about it. The Oilers receive Andrei Vasilevsky.
Are you actually pitching a trade proposal to me?
Tampa receives Matthias Janmark. Happy birthday, Matthias. The Oilers 2026 third-round pick, 2027 second-round pick, and Tampa retains half of Vasilevsky's contract.
What are you talking about? Who put you up to this?
So it would be $4.7 million a year that Tampa would retain, because teams like to do that. Buying or selling that trade?
Well, but that trade's never going to happen. Who put you up to that? Somebody emailed you and said, troll Reid with this trade.
No, I'm just... That's about as credible as, you see this going around. It's like trade season in Edmonton.
Well, people like trades. They like the idea of trades.
But if you look at this trade, half of what I said is not even true. Or capable of being true.
No, true. Yes. Does Vasilevsky has a no move? He probably does.
That would be better. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of these trades? What
do I think of trades in general?
No. What do you think? I want to rehash this with you because you have a clear stance on this.
Yes, I do.
What do you think of trade proposals in general, Reid?
I generally think they're a waste of time. As a talk show host, I'd sooner talk about other things. Look, part of my job, now your job, is to interact with listeners, our audience members. If you want to send me trade proposals or ask me what I think, that's fine. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because most of them don't happen. And most of the trade proposals a talk show host will get in any given market will be grossly in favor of the team in that market and will not make any sense. Okay? And a lot of the trades that actually happened aren't rumored to be happening, except to maybe right up until before they happen. Like Ekholm, when they got Ekholm, that was not a primary person that people were talking about at that time. Okay? So when I see a trade rumor or people talking about a trade, my initial instinct is like, okay, whatever, probably won't happen. If it happens, I'll talk about it. Now, during the deadline, closer to the deadline, it's different. Okay, because then there's speculation flying around everywhere. But so goaltending's the big thing with the Oilers and with Oilers fans. How many goalie rumors have we been through already? Guess what? They can't trade for half the goalies in the league. It's not going to happen. And most are going to trade for one. So I'm not going to sit here and go through every single goaltender in the league and treat him as a possibility of coming to the Oilers.
Maybe you'll look at this differently now. Vasilevsky has a modified no trade clause, 10 teams. Now, huh?
Sure, that's great.
No, I don't recall this much throw it at the wall and see if it sticks happening.
Oh, it's always out there. Kevin in the chat says, what would it take to get Quinn Hughes? Yeah, lots. I remember a few years ago when I was working with Rob, this was like one of my first years on the job. Somebody always kept writing in, goes, do you think Malkin would be a good fit on the Oilers? And we would always ignore it. And finally one night we're like, yes, he's one of the best players in the league. He'd be a good fit on the Oilers. I don't know how they're getting him, but yes, he's like, would he be a good? Yes, he would be a good fit on the Oilers. That's like,
Okay, now let's get back to serious topics here. Is this just the goaltender tandem they're going to ride with?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there could be a trade for a goaltender, but I mean, until it happens, it hasn't happened.
Mm-hmm. But I just don't see how it could happen.
Well, sure, it could happen. There are ways to make trades. There are ways to make trades. Of course, there are.
Mm-hmm. But if this team...
So 2 weeks ago, it's Binnington. Now it's Tristan Jarry.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen or whatever the guy's name is. And then it's...
don't forget UC Soros.
Now it's Sam Montembeault. Yeah. I saw some Sam Montembeault to the Oilers stuff coming. Like, all right, sure. But, how are you making that happen? Who do the Oilers have that somebody's going to want? For whatever your package you're dreaming of,
I just wanted to get you fired up. That's all.
Well, I'm not fired up. I'm just I'm sorry for making a logical deduction. I'm sorry for having logical. I realize that's my biggest weakness.
That might be your greatest attribute. You're confused.
My confusion is my greatest attribute.
Yes, in an odd way. Should we get to a limerick before break?
Yes, please do.
This comes in from Bronco Nick. Prince Albert, I've never been. Prince Albert, I've never seen. Limerick on the fly. Celebrate with rye. Prince Albert limerick kept clean. That's pretty good.
That is very good. Les says impossible trade rumors are the result of people who spent too much time playing video games on easy mode.
In the NHL video games, Reid, they don't make it easy. Well, you could put it on the super easy.
The GM will reject trades sometimes?
They will. Oh, yeah. You almost got to give too much for some of those trades.
So can't you force the trade through if you want?
Whatever you like. The settings.
Quit breaking my dreams, Coop.
I know.
Breaker of dreams.
It breaks my dreams, too. So I'm sorry.
All right, 5:02. We got Scott Edwards coming up in about 20 minutes. We're 10 thumbs away from 100. Do not delay any longer. If you haven't given us the thumbs up on YouTube, get in there and click away. Fired up for Gemco when we get back.
Two guys and a goalie.
NHL teams should be allowed to have different size ice surfaces. Hire it or fire it.
Hire it. I loved it back in the day. You'd go into the Boston Garden. It's all small.
How drastic? Like, what would be the spread? Like, you're going to allow a team to have international ice?
But I think you should be allowed a little bit of leeway. Maybe the neutral zone's a little bit.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Oilers injury updates. Jake Walman is out longer than anticipated. Head coach Kris Knoblauch saying, quote, "It's going to be a while." Plus, Noah Philp and Connor Clattenburg are about a week away, while Jack Roslovic and Kasperi Kapanen will be back closer to Christmas. 5 games on today's NHL schedule. The Mammoth and Kings go at it. Logan Cooley out indefinitely for Utah with a lower body injury. And for the Double E, Vincent Blanchard has signed an extension to stay with Edmonton through the 2026 season. NFL news, the Colts will miss Daniel Jones for the remainder of the year after he went down with a torn Achilles last night against the Jaguars on a non-contact play. Monday Night Football, the Eagles and Chargers kick off. LA's Omarion Hampton being activated off injured reserve. He's expected to play tonight, and he's been sidelined since week 5 after fracturing his ankle against the Commanders. Join Lieutenant Eric for the contest at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. And out east, the Raptors. For the Raptors, RJ Barrett is out at least another week with a right knee sprain. He's sat out since November 23rd. With 3 games on tap tonight, the Kings and Pacers meet in just a moment. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update, Hour 3. The Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
.507 along with Jay Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place. With easy access to real money games, you can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. Oilers practice today at Rogers Place. Here is the injury update from head coach Kris Knoblauch, starting with some comments about Noah Philp, who was on the ice today.
Yeah, he's getting close. Maybe at the end of the week at the earliest, but he's doing well, and that was his first contact practice, and hopefully he can still continue to trend up.
And do you have an update on Walman and Roslovic?
Yeah, Walman's taking a little bit longer than we anticipated. It's not going to be this week, might not be next week. It's still going to be a while. Roslovic and Kapanen both are around Christmas time. Whether if we got him in before Christmas, that'd be a bonus for us. After, that's kind of the timeline we're looking at.
All right. So, maybe Philp back sooner. Walman, Roslovic, Kapanen, closer to Christmas. So, rolling, and Clattenburg, by the way, had stitches around the eye, so he's probably going to be out for at least a week. So, yeah, they're pretty much playing all their healthy guys at the moment. 780-218-9999. If you want to text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, you can keep posting in the nasty chat on YouTube. The off-topic topic, what's something other people would be shocked to learn you haven't done? The one I came up with was I have not seen the movie It's a Wonderful Life. We're going to have to get around to that. What was Dustin Nielsen said he'd never caught a fish.
I've never shopped on Amazon.
You've never shopped on Amazon. I find legit. I think that's the most surprising of all the work ones we've had. Coop's never been to a basketball game. High school basketball? Did you see your high school team play?
No, I've been to a basketball. I've been to the Stingers game, just not the Pandas. Or
you haven't been to
the
a U
Golden
of A
Bears.
basketball game.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Well,
All right.
another one actually. I've never watched a Nicole Kidman movie.
That's
Ever.
impossible. At
Ever.
some point, you would have seen a Nicole Kidman movie. Look up all the movies she's been in. You've seen one.
Oh, I did.
Look at her
this for-
filmography.
Well, maybe
Or filmography, as we used to say in Evansburg.
Filmography. I'll have to check.
How
but
have you not seen a Nicole Kidman movie?
I can't even think of one she's in.
She's been in like dozens of motion pictures.
I
Have you
know.
seen
She's been in a
Spellbound?
lot. No, I never heard of it.
The cartoon?
No, I have not watched it.
You never watched Aquaman?
Nope, I'm not a big superhero.
Oh, yeah.
guy.
Is she the mom in that?
Paddington, the bear?
Nope.
She's a voice. Or is that the live action one?
Live action.
Spellbound. Yeah. Aquaman, never. Nope. Like, I was looking at this the other
Golden
day
Compass?
because it was, I don't even know what that
Moulin
is.
Rouge?
Nope.
You've
I
never
heard
seen
of it.
Happy Feet?
Wait, she's in Happy Feet.
Yes.
Okay, but
Liar.
okay.
But that's just
I
a
haven't
voice,
seen her
though.
face. So
That's just a
little-
voice.
But she's
You know what
in
I mean?
it. She's in it.
She is a performer in it.
He perform. Yeah. Well.
Batman Forever?
Nope. Never watched any of the Batman movies. Tried Dark Knight once. I turned it off.
Yeah, she
halfway through.
wasn't one of
The
those.
1983 summer hit BMX Bandits?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Even I
what
have
about
not seen that
Chase
one.
Through the Night from 1983? That's the one.
Was she in that? But it doesn't say she's on that on the list I have.
Well, I have a confession. I've never seen Days of Thunder.
You know what? I don't think I have either.
I don't know that I've seen a Nicole Kidman movie.
I've seen Happy Feet. That's the only one, but not one where she's genuinely acting. Voice acting, I think, is a different.
Like,
kind
what's
of
her
approach
number one
anyway.
movie?
Eyes Wide Shut, probably.
No, that
Haven't
wouldn't be
seen
it.
it.
That's a
You
really
don't
good
think
movie.
so?
That wouldn't be her number one movie. For money made?
Oh.
No, like, or what is your favorite Nicole Kidman
Well, I think
movie?
she won the Oscar for The Hours.
I don't think I've seen a Nicole Kidman movie.
Oh, just go with it.
To
with
Die
Adam
For
Sandler.
is pretty good. I don't know. Like Practical Magic, that would have been a big mainstream movie. Far and Away, Malice, those would have been pretty well known.
Would I have seen Batman Forever?
Cold Mountain was big.
Probably.
Yeah, Batman Forever.
Yeah, I maybe Batman Forever.
Oh, The Northman, I saw that. That's pretty good from 3 years ago.
I haven't seen Happy Feet.
You haven't seen Happy Feet? That's a good one.
So, you know what? Let's get fired up here.
Let's do it.
For Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton area for 45 years, the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Yeah, she was in Moulin Rouge. That was pretty big. Casino dealer Jay, as usual, is on the mark. So, we have a draft on Friday. So, for people who are regulars to Edmonton Sports Talk, drafts are a big part of the culture here, like alarmingly big. As someone, I mean, obviously I've known most of the people here for a long time, but being a new co-worker with Dustin and Lieutenant Eric and Matthew, like the drafts are like they're massive. Like I'll be the first to admit it's too much, but they are fun and people participate. So on Friday on the Hangout, we're having our Christmas movie draft. So Dustin gave me the categories. So I'll have some fun. I actually tied for first with Dustin last time. So we'll see how it goes this time around. As long as you don't finish last, you get to stay in.
No. You can be
17%,
under
17 or 0.5% or whatever.
I think it's 18.
So, but like, I'm a little fired up. Like, I love Dustin. He's such a unique guy. I speak so highly of his broadcasting ability, the diversity of his talent, and how hard he works. But like when he likes something, he tends to overrate it, Like there are things I love, and I accept the fact that many other people might not love those things. I'll tell you why I love it. I'll talk about it passionately. But if someone says to me like, "Hey man, like I just can't get into Def Leppard. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Don't listen to him. Don't waste your time. But like Dustin literally thinks that Christmas Vacation is the highest achievement ever in filmmaking. And I'm kind of like, Dustin, I don't think that's true. Like he's, because one of the categories in the Christmas draft is movie quotes. But one has to be a quote from Christmas Vacation. And I'm like, Dustin, I saw the movie like when it came out once. I rented it. Then it's like out of my mind. Like I'm not thinking about it. I don't know any quotes. He's like, well, how do you not know quotes from Christmas Vacation? I'm like, because I don't watch it 20 times a year. Like, there are far more quotable movies than Christmas Vacation.
I can only think of one quote. Isn't it, all right, Griswolds, let's get back in the... Isn't there something about that?
I don't
Isn't
even
that
know.
The one?
There's other vacations.
Movie, right?
There's European Vacation and there's plane vacation.
Clark, the pooper's full.
But they don't say the pooper.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the quote.
Yeah.
Oh.
I confess I'm a Christmas Vacation
Which is
guy.
fine.
I like that movie. It puts me in the Christmas mood, and you can watch it several times, and there's funny moments included in it. We watch it as a family. We have to skip forward some parts, but it's a good, easy watch.
Okay, that's
it's a
fine.
Fun story. Now, did you say your piece? Did you say, Dustin, I don't think this should have its own...
I sort of expressed it, but him and Eric run the draft, which is fine.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Commissioner Quinn runs the draft.
No,
they come up with the ideas.
Come on.
Well, then that needs to change.
Justin and Eric run the draft.
Then you
Quinn
should
comes
put your
in
head.
and
You should
Quinn
put your
moderates the draft.
Okay, you should put your name in a hat to be involved with those two.
Oh, I did.
I
suggested some categories. I take owner. I try to get involved.
Good.
I'm just saying, specifically with Christmas Vacation, I would say most people don't perceive it to be the movie Dustin perceives it to be.
Fair.
Okay.
I can name probably 5 Christmas movies that are better off the top of my head.
To you?
Well, I know it's very subjective, but for that, like it's...
I think Christmas Vacation is one of...
It's one of the movies that's been made.
The top.
Yeah, but to quote, have a whole
it would be
category.
a top 5 Christmas movie, adults-wise anyways.
By the way, we got to 100 thumbs, which is pretty cool.
There we go. It is a fun movie, but you can't quote it.
Took a lot of effort getting to 100 thumbs.
So are you ready for the draft?
No, I will be. I'll get ready Wednesday night.
Yeah?
I'm busy this week. I got something tonight. Got hockey to cover Tuesday and Thursday. So maybe Wednesday I'll sit down and make a draft list.
Can you shoot me some categories? You
didn't see them?
No,
I can share them too. Yeah, because you helped me quite a bit last time.
Well, it's good to have a second opinion. When I was in the drafts and you weren't, I would, hey, what do you think of this?
Right.
Like,
the one thing I pushed for in this draft and got, so Dustin does listen to me. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he doesn't listen to me. I'm just saying, like he's very passionate about a lot of things, which is great.
You just questioned the pedestal in which he puts Christmas Vacation.
Okay, like I'm just saying, maybe people don't have things on that same pedestal, Dustin. That's all. Maybe it's not as part of other people's language as it is for you.
Fair.
Okay. One of the categories though is the Die Hard category. A Christmas movie, but is it? Because there are a lot of movies, and that's my argument about Die Hard. It's set at Christmas, but it doesn't embody the themes and spirit of Christmas. Like, was Lieutenant Eric not saying American Psycho is set at Christmas? No one would say that's a Christmas movie.
Correct.
Right.
I think what they're trying to do is to eliminate it from the draft, because that always brings up a lot of reaction.
Yes.
Is it or isn't it? And just have it as its own category, which I think is kind of brilliant. Just, okay, we're going to deal with this way.
Right. Well, I'm quite brilliant.
Because it can swing the draft in your favor or against you. Right? If you don't put Die Hard on your list.
Yeah. So I think it's just going to be that you can't even take it. Like, enough.
Yeah, isn't it interesting how polarizing that topic is though? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Well, it is polarizing because it's obviously not a Christmas movie.
I agree with you.
Yes.
I've never thought of it as when I think of movies to watch.
When it was first suggested to me, I was like, what are you talking about? And I had to be, it'd been a few years since I seen it. I had to be reminded it was set on Christmas Eve. And I was like, that's just the backdrop for the story, which is an action adventure story.
Is it just because there's a Christmas party in it?
Yeah, I guess, but that doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
I would agree.
Right.
I mean, I would wonder if you looked up on Netflix a Christmas section if it would show up in that.
Oh, it probably would because they don't care about anything.
But I've never thought that was synonymous with, hey guys, it's Boxing Day, we got to watch Die Hard.
Right. Like Elf embodies things about Christmas.
Well, yeah, he's an elf.
He's an elf. And
he's one of Santa's little helpers.
And it's about him being this very naive, joyful creature and trying to spread that Christmas cheer to other people. Right?
Would you say that then you have to say that all the episodes with Santa's little helper in The Simpsons were Christmas episodes?
Great point. Like just because Christmas is mentioned or referred to or is a backdrop doesn't make it a Christmas movie
that's
or
the
television
argument.
show. Right.
You bring that up. Well, was Santa's little helper Simpsons episode?
Yeah.
Christmas episode?
Because the word Santa appeared in it? Thank you, Jay. I'm glad somebody can help me.
I've never thought it was a Christmas movie, but I'm not the greatest resource for it.
I have another thing to talk about, but I'll save it for later. I'll save it for 5:40.
Oh, yeah, we got to get to it.
Our next guest is ready to go, and he's thinking to himself, yes, this is truly Reid and Jay's show, given what I'm listening to them talk about. Scott Edwards from the unbeaten Pandas basketball team after the break.
Oilers head coach Kris Knoblauch shared some injury updates. Jake Wallman is, quote, going to be a while. Plus, Jack Roslovic and Kasperi Kapanen will return closer to Christmas as Noah Philp and Connor Clattenburg are about a week away. 10 teams in action tonight. The Flames and Sabres facing off. Edmonton plays host to Buffalo tomorrow, while the Kings and Mammoth hit the ice tonight. In CFL news, the Elks have extended kicker Vincent Blanchard to a one-year deal. The 27-year-old made nearly 79% of his field goals in his rookie season this past year. On the field, the Chargers and Eagles clash. LA activating Omarion Hampton off the injured reserve. He fractured his ankle in Week 5 against the Commanders. He's expected to play tonight. Join Lieutenant Eric for the game down at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Elsewhere, the Colts have confirmed that Daniel Jones suffered a torn Achilles yesterday against the Jaguars. He's out for the remainder of this season. NBA news, RJ Barrett is out at least another week with a right knee sprain. He last played November 23rd before going down against the Nets. And there's a trio of games on tap tonight. Midway through the opening quarter, the Kings and Pacers are tied at 15 aside. Scott Edwards, the coach of the Pandas basketball team, checks in on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Skip the couch and hit the Canadian Brewhouse. Your home for every puck drop, every goal, and every cheer. With ice-cold drinks, massive screens, and the best fans in town. This hockey season, our house is your arena.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Oilers game tomorrow. They will host the Buffalo Sabres. We'll, of course, be getting you ready for it all day here on Edmonton Sports Talk, including with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6 o'clock, hosted by Tom Gazzola. Tom on after the game as well with the postgame show to break it down. I'll join him postgame for Reid presented by Ewell. All right, a lot of great stories going on in Edmonton and area, and we got one for you here as we're going to go to Voices of the Game for Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated since 1993. We're more than just plywood. Offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. With a huge selection of hardwoods and knowledgeable staff, we're here for all your DIY needs. Windsor Plywood Leduc, the experts you need to know. Love talking to this gentleman, the head coach of the University of Alberta Pandas basketball team. Scott Edwards is on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Scott, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How you guys?
Doing great. It's very nice to see you. Thanks for toughing it out through the tail end of our movie conversation. That was very nice.
Well, that was quite entertaining to come into.
Well, I'm glad I could keep you entertained still after all these years. All right, let's dive in here, man. The Pandas have not lost a game. Is that conference and non-conference this season?
That is correct. No losses at all this year.
Have you ever made it to Christmas undefeated in your tenure before?
No chance. No chance. This is one of those years that we'll look back on. So far, it's been great.
All right. So, I'll start with the simple question before we dive into specifics. Why is the team so good? What's been clicking?
It's a lot of the same group that's returned the last few years. They've been to nationals 3 years in a row. It's just a team that gets each other. They're so confident in playing with each other. We've added a couple of really nice pieces that in our rookie group, and one starting, and that's been a huge delight for our team. Just to, watching Claire leave after last season, and now a rookie stepping in and filling most of those minutes has been great. But mostly it's just team chemistry, and they're just trusting each other so far.
Well, Scott, I got to ask if there's a certain DNA of this team, because right now you're leading the nation in points against per game, which, brace yourselves, everybody. The Pandas right now are allowing 47.7 points per game. Now, this is in conference play, but that's outstanding. I mean that. Is that a certain type of player, a certain DNA that maybe you've recruited through the years to set up for right now to have a team that defends so well?
For sure. I think the athletes that come here know, they know as rookies, it doesn't matter if you can score, you better defend to get on the floor. So they've kind of all understood that if you don't defend your position, it's going to take you a bit to learn how to play the way we want to play. And I think just this group has really bought into that from when they were rookies up till now. Now we have 5 fifth-year athletes and 3 fourth-year athletes in our roster right now, and they really understand how we want to play. And so I think that points per game average is really indicative of just their commitment to team style.
Well, I mean, you would have known this heading into the season, but the second half of the season after the Christmas break, that's gonna be the grit of your schedule. That's gonna clear things up as far as positioning. Are you expecting certain players' roles to take on, different expectations as you go through the more difficult part of your schedule?
Yeah, I think that we've settled on a nice rotation. I think everyone understands their role and identity within the team right now. But because we've had so many big wins in the first term, large spreads, we've probably seen some roles in terms of minutes be bigger than that they may be in these games coming up second term and at the kind of the second half of our roster. But the starters, that top 5, 6, 7 really understand their minutes are probably going to go up here in the second term. They're not going to have a night where they play 15 to 20. It's mostly going to be 25 to 35. Some nights it could be 35 to 40. So they understand that that's coming. What we've tried to do this whole first term was to keep them as healthy and as engaged as possible, build some depth and confidence within the roster from 1 to 12 and even on to our 15 that have played so far this year. But we all know that as these games get more difficult, and we know that we were going to play the number 1, number 4, and number 7 ranked teams in the country second term. So we got some games coming up that are going to be pretty impressive.
So where are you guys ranked nationally?
We're 2.
You're 2. So 4 of the top 7 teams are Canada West, which I want to ask you about.
Oh no, just in our division in Canada West.
Just in your division in Canada West. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, forgive me if I can't remember the division format for Canada West, Scott.
Reid, it's going to change again next year because it's changed 18 out of 20 years. So
thank you for making my point for me.
Yeah.
I got a note from somebody who knows a lot about your team. Mission Miller Is this a first-year player? What can you tell me about Mission?
Yeah, Mission is a first-year athlete. She's from Lethbridge, our first kid we've had from Lethbridge in a long time. Dad played at the U of L, big basketball family, just loves the sport. She's just come in right from the beginning of the year and just been steady. She rebounds like crazy, both ends of the floor. She competes at a really high level. Jay would love her. She's like got a football mentality, just like she's a little bit quirky once in a while. She gets a little off her edge a little bit. So it's good to watch. I think we needed that edge that she brings. And it's been fun to see her grow as the season goes along, and just to see her commit to being on a team and commit to playing within our system has been fun to watch. And then trying to let her like be herself on the court too. And she just competes at such a high level. It's really fun.
Scott Edwards joining us, Pandas basketball coach here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I wanted to ask you, last year we had first iteration, I guess, of Ref Week. And we had refs on from basketball, baseball, hockey, I mean, at all different levels. I've been to, several Pandas games. You talk to the refs.
I do.
Not all the time, but sometimes with different animation levels. But how have you found the communication with referees? You've been doing this a long time, so you know a lot of these refs. Do you know for certainty that you could talk to this set of refs this way, and then the following weekend when you're down in U of L, these sets of refs you have to talk to this way? How do you manage that?
Yeah, it's a great question, Jay. You definitely know if you've been in the league long enough. Like I was an example last weekend, we played in Winnipeg, and one of the officials there has been doing this my entire career. And he had two young officials. I think they're both first-year officials in the league. And he and I talked after the game because he had given them a big talk about reffing me in a game with me. And they gave him some idea, like, he's going to, when he does this, what's coming. And got them ready for that interaction with me. And I think that's fine. Like I say to our athletes, game to game, the personalities of the officials is you cannot take the personality out of the person. So it's going to show up in the way they work, and both as coach and from an official's perspective as well. None of us are robots, and unless it's baseball next year when we go to automated officiating, which I would hate. But the idea that we would know officials and get to understand their personalities and things you can say with them or have a joke with them about certain things, and other people you can't have that same conversation with, that's totally part of our sport. And I think it's one of the beauties of basketball is kind of that game behind the game of the nuance of those interactions.
Well, I always thought you were quite polite with the officials when I used to do play-by-play right next to your bench. I know maybe you've become more aggressive as you've gotten older.
I just said animation. I didn't say anything about
There's nothing wrong with being animated.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
He's just waving his arms around. Maybe he's exercising. That's all. Scott Edwards, Pandas basketball coach, is on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. You used the word confidence a couple times in this interview.
Yeah.
We were playing a bunch of clips from members of the Edmonton Oilers and their coach earlier in the show. They all used the word confidence. Can a coach make a struggling team more confident? I mean, it looked like that's what Knoblauch was trying to do a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure you've been there where you've been like, I know they're better than this.
Yeah.
These people I recruited, where are they? Like, what do you do as a coach when you just think this is not a confident team?
I think that coaches can influence it, but they have to come at it from a way that's authentic to them as a person and for the athletes. Like you can't tell a kid to be confident if they haven't done the work necessary to be confident in it, because they know themselves. They know if they've done the work. So for Chris to have to tell the guys, like, there's a reason you made the NHL and go out and play the way that got you here. There's a reason you've been successful in being able to get a second or third contract. Go out and play the way you've earned that opportunity to do. And the same thing at university basketball. All these athletes, we're, number 2 ranked team in the country is 17-0. And every given night, like we're in practice right now. When I go down to practice, I guarantee you there's going to be somebody that misses 2 shots in a row and thinks she's the worst basketball player you've ever seen.
Right.
And that's just athletes. And so it's our job to remind them, hey, there's a reason you got here. There's a reason we trust you. There's a reason we believe in you. Here's how we can help you believe in yourself. But ultimately, they've got to get to a place where they've got that internal confidence from the work they've done and the effort they've put in. But
it also sounds like you're saying to me, and Jay and I have talked about this ad nauseum, it almost sounds like you're saying to me too, like, know your role. Like, hey, Jay, it's great you tried those 2 3-pointers. They didn't go in. You need to have 17 rebounds like you did in that high school game I saw you. Like, is that kind of what is part of it too?
Yeah, and there's other ways that they can impact the game and be successful and build some confidence back into their game. And it stems from just giving them different examples and experiences. And like as an example, on our team, Annecy Palmer came off a big injury and she missed most of the first semester. And then in her first game back, she struggled shooting the ball, and you could see her getting frustrated with her own shot. Well, we draw something up for her so that she gets a layup this time. She sees the ball go through the hoop, and she's scored 20 points a game ever since. So it's not. I can do a tiny little thing like that, but eventually the athlete has to really believe in what they do.
Okay, what's goes on here for the next month? Like, I think you said you're practicing today. Do you have any games over the holidays or not till January?
No, we don't play till January. They're in exams now, so it's more of a who's available tonight kind of thing from here for a few weeks while they study and do good things in another realm of their life. We play Thompson Rivers University on January 3rd in the afternoon over at McEwen. And then the big weekend, number 1 and 2 in the country for the first time ever, January 9th and 10th here at the Saville Center. So that's going to be exciting.
Amazing.
To play University of Saskatchewan.
Okay, so who now just in Canada West play?
Yeah.
So you guys didn't lose any preseason tournaments, exhibition, but who's undefeated in your division? So Sask?
Yeah, Sask, ourselves, Calgary, and Regina.
And so none of them have played each other yet in the league?
None of them
have you played any of those
other.
Teams in exhibition or tournaments?
No, none of us have played any of each other at all. So it'll be interesting. Second term is going to be wild. There's 3 weekends out of 5 where we all play each other in different cities on the same weekend. So the whole league will get decided kind of about late January on a night in Calgary and a night in Saskatoon. So we'll see what happens this year.
Okay, so how many Canada West teams get to go to nationals? Do we know?
Yeah, 2.
So, like, literally the number 3 team in the nation might not be at nationals. Because right now you said you're 1, 2, 4, and 7 just in your division.
Yeah, and UBC is ranked 9th or 10th right now. So there's 5 teams in the top 10. 2 will go for sure. Potential of a wild card.
So you could get a wild card.
Could get a third
but
team.
still, a couple top 10 teams from Canada West. My goodness. Can't they expand the tournament or something?
I mean, we've tried that, Reid, a few years ago. ADs didn't like it. Apparently, it costs money to do these things. So.
Because didn't they have 12 for a couple of years?
We did have 12, yeah. And
yeah.
Then, then it cost a lot of money, so they didn't want to send teams to do that anymore.
Okay. Well, I feel like I've heard that before with Canada West. And
not shocking for university sports.
So some other things. Well, okay, so we'll have to have you or one of your players on. Remind us or get Connor to remind us leading into that series in January because the gym should be packed for that. Like absolutely out of control. Yeah.
I looked it up. I tried to ask some old friends. I used Chat GPT. I used everything to find out if we've ever played 1 and 2 in the country in Edmonton before. And it's never happened. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, congrats on a great first half. Have a Merry Christmas. All the best in the second semester as well. We'll be talking to you or your players then. Thanks for hopping on, Scott.
Good. Thanks, guys.
Scott Edwards, Pandas basketball coach on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. He's done a great job with that program. They always have a top-tier team. Canada West is also always viciously competitive. I mean, I remember it's been a long time, but I did 6 years of Pandas and Bears play-by-play. It was either the first or second, so probably like 08, 09, around there. I think Canada West had 6 teams in the top 10. Like at one point in the rankings. So this year right now they got 5.
Yeah, it's a strong conference.
Very strong conference.
So that's January 9th and 10th. That'll be the showdown at Saville. Both nights. Friday night they start at 6, Saturday at 5. So we'll have some lead up to that as well.
Maybe we should do our show from there.
Maybe we should do our show.
Do we have an Oilers game on January 9th? Let's check. We could do our show. Let's see here.
Let's do it from courtside.
January 9th, there's no Oilers game.
Okay, let's do it.
Well, this game starts at 6.
Yeah,
we could just do our show there and do a partial pregame show.
Yeah, we could do it from up top.
Be on location.
Yeah.
Why not?
That'd be fun. Sign me up.
We gotta look into that.
You know what? I'll be there anyways Friday night.
Well, I want to see that game.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we could...
you know what that game's going to be? Off the chain.
Off the chain. Maybe we could have a popcorn together.
Well, we could
sit together.
Well, we'd obviously be sitting together because we'd be doing the show together. Oh, you mean during the actual game?
Yeah, after the game.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that's going to be fantastic. We should do the show from there. Connor.
We should.
Connor Hood, if you're listening.
Put that in your calendar.
Arrange.
Hopefully Iwanek's listening to the show. He can make a note of that as well. Because we're not going far.
No, we can set up.
Set it up.
Yeah, I'm sure the Wi-Fi's good there.
Oh, yeah, it would be good.
Yeah.
We get ready for the show from there.
Gosh. Have some Big Rock.
Well, after the show.
Of course.
780-218-9999 is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. The entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. Okay, we are going to take a break. We're going to come back with some final thoughts and our words of the day. We're all over 100 thumbs up on YouTube. If you haven't given us a thumbs up, though, keep clicking away, see how high we can get. And if you have already given us a thumbs up, share the show link with somebody else and say, hey, see if you can spell better than this Wilkins guy.
Reid's got, I want you to talk about what you're doing.
Oh, wait, I got to talk about what I'm doing tonight. We'll do that when I get back to.
Some updates for the Oilers. Jake Wallman. It's, quote, going to be a while, according to head coach Kris Knoblauch. Noah Philp and Connor Klanberg are about a week, while Kasperi Kapanen and Jack Roslovic will be back around Christmas. A handful of games in the NHL tonight. The Kings on the road in Utah to play the Mammoth Sabres, and Flames dropping the puck. The Red Wings and Canucks going at it. The Wild and Kraken matching up, while the Lightning and Maple Leafs drop the puck in just a moment. For the Elks, kicker Vincent Blanchard has signed a one-year extension with the Double E, with the 27-year-old going 35 for 45 on field goals this past season. NFL headlines: the Chargers have activated Omarion Hampton off injured reserve. He's expected to play tonight against the Eagles. Catch the game alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Sally Sports Bar and Lounge at Central Casino on Fort Road. Elsewhere, Daniel Jones of the Colts tore his Achilles last night on a non-contact play against the Jaguars. He's out for the remainder of the season. Meanwhile, RJ Barrett will miss at least another week for the Raptors with a right knee sprain. He hasn't played since November 23rd, having 3 games in the NBA tonight, one of which are live entering the second quarter. Pacers up 35-23 over the Kings. The final segment of today's Reid Wilkins Show brings us back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Firehouse Subs. Our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
What's going on? Along with Jay Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. We're in the Canadian Brew House studio. Taco Tuesday, that's tomorrow. just leveled up at the Canadian Brew House all day. $3.49. New tacos and quesadillas after 4 p.m. Sip on $5.99 margaritas, $2 off Corona tankards, and tequila shots starting at $5.99. Oilers game tomorrow, 7 o'clock at Rogers Place against Buffalo, who play Calgary tonight. 6 o'clock, Oil Stream GCL Diesel pregame show with Tom Gazzola tomorrow. We had the Oil Kings' Joe Iginla on the show earlier. Oil Kings lost in overtime yesterday. Teddy Bear toss game. He got the Teddy Bear goal. Jay was there. There were how many false alarms for the Teddy Bear goal?
3.
3 is so. On 3 occasions, people threw bears and it wasn't the actual goal.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Probably a record.
Probably. I don't know if anybody would keep track of that. If that'd be in the WHL record.
Kevin
book or not.
Radomski would know.
He might know at least for Oil Kings.
You watching the Sabres-Flames game tonight, Reid?
I'm not watching the Sabres-Flames game tonight.
Why is that?
Well, I might be home for the end of it. I'm going to a movie tonight.
Say what?
I'm going to a movie tonight. I thought you wanted me to repeat it.
Do tell.
So, my buddy texted me a few days ago and said, "Do you want to go see this on Monday night?" I said, "Why not? Sounds fun." As people know, I enjoy the occasional cheeseball, gory horror film. This is actually a new film. It actually says the release date is December 12th, which has maybe this is a preview.
Sneak peek.
I could be attending a preview. It is called Silent Night, Deadly Night. It is a remake. So it is the second remake of the 1984 film of the same name. And then there was a film called Silent Night from 2012. Now, the premise is a little R-rated. Okay? Mm-hmm. So I just got to warn people, this movie might not be for everybody, but it's the type of thing I will enjoy because I don't mind things that are a little weird. When Billy witnesses his parents' grisly murder at the hands of Santa, it ignites a lifelong mission to spread holiday fear. Every Christmas, he dons the red suit and embarks on a blood-soaked massacre to feed his twisted sense of justice. 1 hour, 36 minutes. Silent Night, Deadly Night. 7 o'clock, Metro Cinema at the Garneau.
The description on the movie poster is Santa's gonna slay.
See? Yeah, it's funny.
So you're excited, I can tell.
Well, I'm going with I'm going with one of my best friends. It's going to be awesome. Like, what's not to be excited about?
Nothing.
Go see a film, hang out with my buddy.
Yeah.
Life can't be better.
You guys going to go grab a bite after or something?
TBD. Yeah, I don't know. We're both busy guys.
You're going to look at Santa differently from now on.
Yeah, I think I probably will. Yeah.
You might have to.
I really think I will.
So are we going to get a full review tomorrow on the Reid Wilkins show?
I can probably give a review. I don't know how detailed it'll be. It will be an Oilers game day tomorrow after all. And I appreciate that many people would not be interested in this type of cinema, just probably from the description alone. Probably a lot of people find that subject matter abhorrent or uncomfortable.
Well, it is a movie.
Yes, it is.
So,
so you're saying people should understand it's
entertainment.
It's not real.
Yeah.
If you're not entertained by it, that's fine.
Guess what? Don't go watch it.
Well, I'm definitely not encouraging people who don't want to watch it. That would be very ignorant of
Well,
them.
I'm excited for you and your company. I think you're going to have a great night.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Are you going to watch Buffalo Calgary, or you got other stuff on the go?
No, I'm going to be fully invested in the Monday Night Football game.
Eagles Chargers.
Mind you, I have to go clear my neighbor's driveway.
With the skid steer?
Yeah. They're in Cabo. And their daughter has a big exam.
That's a long way to take your skid steer.
Well, thankfully, I'm going to my neighbor's.
Sorry. You're clearing their driveway in your subdivision.
Yes.
Is it a subdivision where you live? Is that what it's called?
It would be a subdivision.
Or a crescent? It's not a crescent.
It's not a crescent. It is a full-on subdivision.
It's a subdivision. Does it have a name, or is it part of...
It does.
Oh, but you can't give it out.
I prefer not to.
So is your address Sherwood Park?
Yes.
Okay. Not Ardrossan.
Not Ardrossan.
But are you closer to Ardrossan?
Ooh.
Or is it kind of the
coin
same?
toss.
You flip a coin?
Yeah, every time.
Where am I closer to today?
Where should I get my gasoline today? Well, it's a good thing I have my trusty coin. Flip. Short park tis.
And then you're pulling up to the gas station. I think I hear him coming now. That's what they say. Jay's coming for gas.
I know who you are. Jason Milne of the Reid Wilkins Show, 3 to 6 p.m. on Edmonton Sports Talk. Have you come at long last?
To fill your tank now that it be devoid of petrol?
I got to get to one that came in here on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. This is from Tyler, the engineer. Big shout out to McDavid nurse and Ekholm, who visited the Stollery Children's Hospital today. Cheered up a friend's sick kid. They do these acts to cheer kids up, not for public attention. Great to see. That is fantastic to see.
And I believe they served last night. I believe the Oilers, where they'll serve a Christmas dinner at
Like the mustard
one of the
seed?
missions. Yeah, I'm not sure which one it was or if they went to a couple.
I'm sure these professional athletes of all kinds do a lot of things that you don't always see.
I would say that that's generally true, for sure. All right, let's get to your words of the day. As always, they are presented by Edmonton Public Library. Check out their Cooking for a Cause program. That allows a private group of up to 36 people to have an interactive cooking experience with a chef in the kitchen at the Stanley A. Milner Library. Perfect time to book a team building event or a family gathering. Go to epl.ca and look for Cooking for a Cause.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Okay, first word of the day, enigmatic. Enigmatic.
E-N-I-G-M-A-T-I-C. That is someone who is an enigma. Someone who is hard to figure out or mysterious.
Something or someone described as enigmatic is mysterious and difficult to understand.
Thank you. You clear these. I feel like overall the words are getting easier.
No, you're just getting smarter.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not happening.
Prove me wrong. Second word of the day, traipse.
Oh, that's okay. That's much harder.
Traipse.
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 Yeah, this I don't know. So therefore, could be an unusual spelling. Traipse. I don't think it's that. Traipse. T-R-A-P-E-S. T-R-E-P-E-S. I don't know.
T-R-A-I-P-S-E.
Oh, wow. I believe this is sort of to... sort of to parade around or to gallivant. Or to walk around without care.
To walk or move wearily or reluctantly.
Oh, okay. I was kind of giving the opposite. Like I thought it was like energetically. Like, I'm going to traipse around with my pink hat.
It'd be more like, I'm going to go traipse around.
Yeah.
So I gave you a bonus.
So I didn't know that.
0.05 on the first word. So
why?
2.8 out of 4.
How did I get 0.8?
Because you nailed the definition. I gave you a 0.05 extra. So you got 2.05 out of 2 on the first word.
Right.
And then 0.75 out of 1.
How do I get 0.75?
Because you said it was walking.
But you used it in a sentence.
No, I didn't.
No, you don't. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
I just spelled it wrong over and over again.
Yeah. It wasn't exactly accurate, but it was close enough.
Amishman says Jay is going to traipse around the house in his commander's pajamas after clearing snow.
Are you kidding me?
This is going to be you clearing snow. Like I can picture you shoveling.
But you're using the skid steer. More like this.
Call the dogs off. Call the dogs off.
Oh my goodness.
Help is on the way.
Is Coop going to help with the snow?
No, it's too dangerous out there. It's dark.
Oh yeah, it is already dark, isn't it?
So she has an exam tomorrow morning. So I got to make their daughter has an exam tomorrow morning.
Oh,
But
okay.
they've been gone when we've received this snow, so they got to make sure she can get out the driveway. And there's supposed to be more tonight.
Yeah, it's so gross out.
But I have an appointment tomorrow morning, so I can't do it tomorrow morning, so I have to do it tonight.
How long will it take you?
10 minutes.
Oh, it's quick. You just
15 minutes.
plow everything out of the way.
Yeah, call me Mr. Plow.
That name again?
Mr. Plow.
All right. Okay. Enjoy Monday Night Football, or enjoy Buffalo and the Flames, or enjoy a Twisted Santa Claus movie, as I'm going to do at the Metro Cinema at the Garneau. Thanks for checking out the show. The live programming resumes at 6 a.m., not just on our streams, but also on 95.7 Cruise FM for the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric from 6 to 9. On behalf of Zach Kubish and Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Have a good night.